I'm glad we get to just dive back in.
I know.
Yeah, just straight back
lucky.
into it. So, and I was just letting chat know that if we don't happen to finish the story that I've written today, we'll just hit pause and we will pick up post TwitchCon if people want to do it, which is good.
Yep.
Aside from that, the only things that I've got notes wise on my end is apparently we missed a couple of like +1s on hexes. Like you were really good at clocking that, Scott. I was terrible at it. But this time around, if there are any adversaries that are hexed, I'm going to do the thing where you can like click on them on Owlbear and you can actually like put text on them.
Okay.
So I think that's sometimes for giving them names, but like I will use that for putting the word hex so we don't forget. Aside from that, there's the potential that we level up today. So the players have decided to pre-pick the stuff, or at least get an idea of what they want to do if they level up to level 2, which is good. And I think aside from that, I think we're kind of ready to rock and roll. I think we're all good to go.
Let's do it.
So let's do a little quickie recap of what happened yesterday for people that might not have seen it, or for anybody who had to leave early. So our adventurers arrived in the southwestern town, the very small town of Orchidia, which people will be familiar with. Is very swampy. There's a lot of mud. There's not many windows. And it gets very hot there. Our adventurers were inside the tavern, enjoying drinks and arm wrestling and all of the sorts of things. And the local guardsmen, the watchers that I've sent from Merryport, the reason they were there is because Orchidia as of late has had a string of kidnappings and murders. And as the watchers were leaving the tavern that night, one of them was set upon by what can only be described as a water elemental. It, in a way, drowned him. It forced kind of like itself and water into his throat. Luckily, after we concluded the battle with them, the watcher Felix, the older of the two, he was able to perform CPR, get it out of his system, and Agatha actually picked up the small offcut of the water elemental and popped it in a jar. Then we wandered towards Merryport to go and seek medical aid. Along the way, meeting a very dashing postman, and learning that there was somebody called Victor who Felix felt may have been to blame for the occurrences in Orchidia. And it turns out that Victor also goes by another name, which is the Tinkerer, because he is constantly messing with the hybrid between magic and mechanics and trying to figure out how to turn minerals into other things, making gold from iron, all these sorts of things. They rescued a cow from the well in Merryport.
Yep.
So the big frog well had a cow in it, and somebody burst out the door and accused them of putting the cow in there when actually it was the opposite. They just finished hauling it up. They went down into the bar. They had a chat with this person, somewhat fixed their jukebox, but not really. And Crow swiped a bunch of gold out of the cash register for good measure. Those three, so Lazarus, Crow, and Rin, ended up sleeping in not the tavern, the hostel, just a few doors up, while Agatha had gone to take their new rat companion that they'd acquired in Orchidia to the stables to rest for the night. And Agatha had a really lovely plush room inside of the bell tower, the speedrunners tower, as people might know it. And she decided that she was going to take the jar, which had lost all, if not most, of its magical properties, but she was still able to commune with it. So going into a sort of trance and attuning with what was inside of the jar. And Agatha was able to hear a conversation between Victor and another mysterious character who we've yet to meet. There was mentions of the cultists off the West Coast and how Victor deems these people a bit of a joke and how all they do is lurk in the shadows around the city, avoiding the watchers and the listeners and basically causing a nuisance down in the dockyard. So our players this morning have the choice of what they would like to do. They can either head down to the dockyard and go and explore that lead, which is airtight, by the way. This isn't sort of like a random mirage or misinformation that Agatha will have received. This is a real conversation that happened. So it is up to the group whether they want to pursue that, or they can head on off to what they believe will be the lush copper mines northeast of Merryport to see if they can track down Victor. So I will pass over to you and you can say your morning greetings, and away the adventure goes.
All right, team. What's the play?
Well, I think we're probably better going down down to the docks and see what we can figure out there while we're in town. My little legs can't carry me that far in a day.
Well, we are close by. Plus, the Scarlet Veil people, they're not really too bad to handle. They're just a bunch of thieves and rogues anyways.
Yeah, they're probably afraid of me. Also, Rin, your pants are still so stained. It's disgusting.
Oh,
Like,
that's
ew.
what that smell
Okay.
was. I did wonder.
Hey,
It
hey,
was.
Grandma, no. We're
I
not
know
doing this,
your
okay?
grandma.
Let's
You
just
know-
go down to the docks, okay?
Sure
Shush.
thing, sweetie. And she'll just like push past you and walk ahead. In the totally
As
wrong
Agatha always
direction though,
does.
like no clue where she's going. She's just walked.
But she
just
knows the
actually
way, though.
heading-
That's the thing.
She's just currently heading down towards the fountain. She caught a glimpse of the water from the fountain before. So, do the rest of the party want to follow Agatha, or are they going to go down the very obvious side of the speedrunners tower, where there's a ginormous handwritten sign above it that says "Dockyard"?
Yeah, I think we should go the easy way. But actually, you know what? Just to be safe, you guys can go down that way. I'm going to take a little side route. I'm going to maybe climb the side of this vine wall really quick, and I'll head from the rooftop. I'll do a little overlook just in case to be sure we're not followed.
Okay, I'll
Nice.
join you, just in case you fall and die.
I ain't gonna
I'm
Rin-
gonna
fall.
watch that.
Yeah, Rin wants distance, so Rin is going to go just like the classic route.
Oh, what? So, following the signage to make your way
Following
down
the
there?
signage, yeah.
So as we're high up above Merriport now, we've got the two assassins that have scaled the speedrunners tower, making their way across the various rooftops. And you can see that there's a surprising amount of footprints up here. They're all quite small and they're all quite scuffed. So you wonder whether the children actually play up here. Watcher Felix had mentioned on your journey over to Merriport that there are games of hide and seek that happen on occasion throughout the city, but you didn't realize they were happening at height. It's a bit of a strange sight to see. But as you look over, what you can now see quite easily is the dockyard. It's where the nice cobbled paths transfer into mud bricks and eventually into just straight up mud around a lot more of the kind of purely wood shacks, the smell slightly emanating from the dockyard itself. What do Lazarus and Crone notice about the people and the trade that's moving through here?
Well, I do see a honey lady. I've met her before. She's selling honey right there on the side. A lot of people go to that one. And I do see also a lot of fish. People are fishing all over this place. It almost looks like there's like some
stinks.
kind of a guild, though, right? Like they're doing this with a purpose. They're not just doing it to do it for food. It looks like it's almost like a game they're playing to see who catches the most fish. It's pretty fun to see.
Maybe it's some weird fish club. I don't want
It
to find
is.
out. Ugh.
So there are many guilds throughout the worlds of misadventures, and this is actually the Fishers Guild of Merriport. They're often adorned in their cloaks. They try to make themselves look as regal as and important as possible. Some people, if they were foreign to the location, might think that they are actually city guards, but they're not. They've just decided that they're going to wear these long yellow and blue adorned cloaks with a really awkward kind of hook painted onto it in what only looks like crushed down bone meal to cause a swooping sensation on the back of the cloak. And you can see some of them going, yeah, you wouldn't get these in Orchidia, would you? Because, as a lot of people probably know, the fish in Orchidia have got all kinds of mutations. Probably not best for eating, but they do contribute to the magical properties of swamp juice, which is one of the delicacies you can get inside of the Orchidia Tavern. Agatha, you wandered down towards the fountain. Did you take any diversions from there? So straight ahead of you would have been where you came in from the south gate. To the west, you've got the stables where Dennis currently resides. And to the east is an archway, which looks as though it might be beckoning you to the water.
You probably like went down, thrown some bits into the fish or the axolotls in the pond or the fountain kind of thing, and then like dawdled through the archway towards following the smell of fish, basically.
Nice. So you go down there and you see a mixture of fishermen from the guild all walking around talking about their exploits and saying where they're going to go next. They swear that there are special axolotl and fish available if you go incredibly far north. They talk about a place called the Frozen Waste, and they're saying if you go that far, you've overshot it. But just a little beyond Lawnhaven is apparently a special cove. But the journey to get there is arduous, and not many from the guild have managed it just yet. But they're bigging each other up, saying they're definitely going to do it next month. Definitely going to do it next month. But You're not sure you really believe them. You can hear the lack of conviction in their voices. It's all just a bit of banter and a bit of braggadocio. Rin, you mentioned you were getting distance. So did you say you went down the signposted route?
Yeah, I went down the signposted route. I would imagine that I'm just heading straight for the docks. Based off of the information that I have from how Sausage described the Scarlet Veil, I've never seen them, but I'm trying to see if I can see anybody who would kind of meet the criteria. So I'm trying to perceive what's going on around me. It's really busy and chaotic, but I'm just trying to look out for anybody who might seem slightly suspicious.
That sounds like the perfect time for the first roll of the day. Give me a instinct roll.
Alrighty, so
And we'll set the difficulty of this to we'll keep it moderate. We'll keep it at a 12.
All right. I got, a 19 with hope.
Wow. Okay. So you wander down the side of the honey store that Sausage would have mentioned a moment ago, and you make your way out more towards the actual dockyard itself, the actual wood-clad platform that hangs over the water's edge. There are traders bringing in all number of things. You recognize one of the banners on one of the ships as being from the Dwarven Kingdom to the far east, where some of the more fine minerals exist in the Land of Misadventures. And you can hear the typical motions of cranes and shouting voices. Right, careful with that. Just slightly to the left. No, your other left, you idiot. And then as you're stood there, you just start to hear beneath your feet little whispers. Well, you can hear it. Okay, good. I was just checking the thing. You start to hear little whispers just beneath your feet, which you find a bit curious because you weren't actually aware that there was a level beneath this one. You just thought it was a staircase down, so you can either handfish in the river below, or there's just the risen dock. So you start exploring around, trying to see if you can locate a way down to this spot. Or actually, I guess this is up to you. Do you want to try and find a way down, or do you want to try and peer through the floorboards themselves, or do you want to regather with the group? I'll let you decide where you go.
Rin's not all about the confrontation. She knows better than to stick her nose into this business, but she is curious enough to take a little look.
Okay, nice. So as you peer down, you look just between the cracks in the woodwork, and it's not easy viewing, but you see the top of two heads. And just out the front of them, you see just like a big, bold, extruded piece of red. They've both got dark hair. They're not wearing cloaks. You can see that they're down and on their shoulders, but not currently pulled up. And you can hear them whispering and talking. Yeah, so I think tonight we'll give it our best shot. You'll distract him. I'll run in and get all the milk. And then we'll get back here before he even knows what's going on. Do you really think that's going to work? Yeah, well, why not? This is just what we do all the time, right? Like, this is child's play to us. And they don't notice your presence at all. They haven't clocked that you're there. We move back to Lazarus and Crow up on high. Have you decided to join back down among the people, or are you still roof hopping around the place?
Oh, I'm about to get down though, because the bird over here keeps flapping her wings in front of me, and it's like, just stop it, or it's annoying. Just float down.
Excuse
little
me.
thing.
You're the one who
Just
almost
float
fell down. You
What?
almost
Me?
fell down.
I have the most cat-like reflexes. You have never seen me do this. Watch this, and I do a triple backflip outside, land on a little tiny little railing, and I do another backflip. See, you watch this, bird, and I land perfectly on my feet right in front of Rin.
I'm gonna challenge you on that one. I want for the second one to do an agility roll for me.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Watch this. This is where my luck changes. Watch this.
So for this, I'm going to set the DC for like a 10. This should be in your wheelhouse,
10?
but there's always a chance that things can go wrong.
No, nothing's going to go wrong today. Today is where my luck changes.
So you've got a +1 on your agility, so this should be okay.
Roll. Let's go, 14! Let's go!
Nice. So you absolutely execute the landing. You give just like a slight bow and a little cheeky nod towards Crow as if to say, your turn.
Let's go. Come on down, bird. Let's see what you can do.
Show off. And then I also jump down, but try flying with my feathers to just swiftly land next to Lazarus.
That's
I'm a
cheating.
cool bird. Ah!
Silly bird.
I love it. There's no reason for debate. You just caw and everything's concluded. That's all you need.
Bro keeps cawing at me, man.
What's Agatha up to at this moment? Has she wandered down closer towards the smells and the sounds?
She probably would have went and like had a little potter around the honey stall, see if there was free samples, and then
Nice.
would have made her way, like probably seen whatever those two were doing with jumping off the roof, so has like gone to like catch up with, to meet up with them basically.
Nice. So then the three of you continue to wander down to the docks, and you're standing there and you're all looking around, and that's when Rin beckons you over from to the right of you. So this is a little bit further away from the southern entrance that you were at previously, and Rin beckons you over with a wave.
Agatha's going to stand slightly far away and be like, "What?
Grandma, over here.
What?
Get over here now.
What are you saying?
I'm just doing like a huge arm motion at this point. Come here.
I
What does the
can't
pecan want
hear
now?
you from that far away."
Seeds, grab grandma and come over here.
Pea pans.
And among this like shouting and kind of like beckoning and shaking of the body, that has caused the footing beneath you to kind of creak a little bit and move around. And you notice as you look down, you just see the flickering of shadows as these two bodies just move not far away. They don't seem particularly spooked, but they're just moving 10 foot down the dock on the underside just to sort of regain what degree of privacy they felt they had.
She toddles over eventually. What? I can't hear you from that far away.
There's something going on here. All right, we're all together, right? Remember that milk bar we were at last night? There's people
was a
down
milk
there.
bar? That seems
There's
a bit
milk
odd.
bar. You missed it while you were sleeping at the retirement home. That's okay. We'll fill you in. But there's a milk bar, and those people down there who might also be associated with what we're looking for are gonna rob it.
Okay. That's no my circus.
I robbed them last
That's
Agony
no
night.
my,
Seems
that's no my
desperate.
circus or my monkey's hun. I'm not. Tell us one of the guards. That's what they're there for.
Listen,
What are they
I
gonna
know-
rob? I stole from them.
I know, but like, you needed the money, but they're gonna steal all the milk, and I feel kind of bad. Shouldn't we maybe do something, help them out, you know? We could get more money out of it if we help them,
Oh, yeah. Let's do it for the money. That's good.
you know?
Fine. I'm in.
So
the
what's your
money.
plan to go up and tell the milkman that there's someone coming for him?
What I'm thinking is we hide in the well and wait to see if they break in. And when they break in, we jump them. That's it.
In the well. That's full of frogs.
You don't even know how
will.
to get up from that well. What? You're gonna be
Okay.
stuck there all night.
Well, does
Oh.
anybody have any other ideas? I don't know.
Well, what's the plan when you jump them? Or you just like? Do you surely we still need the town guards then to take them away?
No, we put them in a headlock and we say, hey, you can't do that. And also, we can get more information out of them because I'm pretty sure it's the people that are doing all the bad stuff around here. So maybe we could get some information from them. I'm just saying.
I thought all the bad things were that Victor guy.
But aren't they associated?
Well, I mean, I heard them having a conversation, but it seemed like an argument.
Well, maybe they could tell us something that we need to know, you know? What do you
Yeah.
say?
I mean, could we not just go? If you've overheard it now, can we not just deal with it here?
Yeah, they're down below, right? Why don't we just get down here and confront them directly? Forget about all this. Let that milkman get robbed. Let's just ask him straight up about Victor. And if they don't tell us, we're gonna beat him up and throw him in the water.
Yes.
And as
You
you
know
say
what?
this, you notice that one of them has surfaced from below. Their red mask, their half mask, they've actually taken away. And they're just making their way, steadily through the market and heading back towards the center of Merriport. But you can still see the silhouette of the other person beneath the floorboards. So they're separated, and it's about whether you want to follow one or just simply head down and speak with the other. Or
Well,
something else entirely.
How about you three do your little whatever assassin things you've got going on with this one, and I can go and follow that one. I tend to blend right in.
Yes, let's do
Yeah,
it. Let's do it. Go.
That sounds
Okay.
like a plan.
Right, okay, off I go. And she'll just
Don't die,
toddle
Grandma.
away. She just sort of vanishes into the crowd. But she's like figuring out where that person's going is like locked onto them kind of thing. But doing her that sort of thing of like massive eyes, because obviously she's got the glasses. So I imagine if they looked up with massive eyes and she like turns like buys something at the stall, like. But she also, I have advantage on moving without being heard.
Oh yeah, because you're wildborn, aren't you?
Yeah, so my movement is
Okay.
naturally silent. I have advantage on rolls to move without being
Nice.
heard. So
And in
Such
the
a
like the
ninja.
ambience of the city as well, it's very easy to go undetected, and you're very unassuming to look at. So you'll be able to tell this person for quite a while. So we'll come back to that in a moment. For now, let's stick with our groups on the dock. So what's the plan? Do you want to just go for a straight confrontation? Do you want to try and catch them off guard and maybe get them in some kind of grapple hold? You're now noticing that you can either go down the main steps that go onto the remainder of the dock, and you can see from where you're stood currently that there is an underlip. There's like a slight awkward round the pillar, the support beam, which means that there's going to be the same coming towards you on the underside. Or you could do something dexterous and maybe try scaling the fence and kind of dropping down and getting in that way. It's up to you.
What do you say, team?
Oh, we can split it up. Maybe one of us does a nice acrobatic flip to get back underneath them, and the other two maybe go and wait from in the front, and we just corner them, stop them from walking anywhere else.
I'm pretty good at climbing and sprinting, so I would like to be a little bit more stealth in this situation.
Yes.
Yeah, I
You're
can
welcome
tell.
to try. And the chit chat has been just a little bit too loud. The planning has been too audible. Let's just get past this and get yourselves down here. Come on. He's actually just straight
Oh.
up asked you to come downstairs for a conversation.
Oh.
That never happens with us. That's pretty cool. All right, let's go. Let's go say hi to this
Okay,
little
be
guy.
cool, be cool.
So you make your way downstairs, and basically what presents itself in front of you is a person that's not dressed too dissimilarly to Lazarus. They've got dark olive skin. They've got this half red mask on, giant golden kind of, I don't know, like an emblem or like a pin that is holding on part of their red cloak. These are quite flashy colors and quite crimson for trying to lurk in the shadows. The sun does reflect off it ever so slightly. And in front of you is this gentleman, and he goes, "So what is it you're after?"
Victor, the Tinkerer, where is he? Let us know now, and we'll let you live.
You will die if you don't tell us.
No, that's basically what I just said.
Hush,
But I said
pigeon.
it more sinister.
Oh, you didn't, bird.
Shut up.
And he looks at Crow and goes, "Hush, pigeon.
I
know
caught
not
you
who
Who are
on
you
speak
calling
to."
pigeon? Ah!
Give me a quick presence check. I want to see whether you actually managed to intimidate this character.
Did I roll?
I can't.
So what did you
Wait.
get? Did you roll presence? Yeah.
Wait, me or Lazarus?
you,
No,
Crow,
you.
Crow, yeah.
Okay,
You're the one
you.
clawing at
You're the one.
everybody.
I didn't
Okay,
call.
I have 13 with fear.
13 with fear. Okay, so it makes this person flinch for a moment, but they still seem to be quite steady in what they're doing. And they kind of ignore the bickerings that are going on and return to the conversation by just simply going, "If we knew where Victor was, do you not think that we would have taken him by now? Fool. He was offered an olive branch and snapped it on his knee. What is it you want with him?"
Rin's just kind of staying out of it because she knows that as soon as she opens her mouth, it never goes well. So she's letting them take the lead on this one.
And he looks
Well,
sausage
you
dead
know-
in the eyes and just goes to Lazarus dead in the eyes, or eye, and goes,
Yeah.
"Have I seen your face before?"
Oh, yeah. Are you one of the sewer dwellers, or are you a Riverwood Hamlet ruined castle fella?
Sewer dweller.
Yeah,
that
I think I've
explains
seen
the
you.
smell.
I don't think I've ever been described as such. Certainly not a
sewer
withered
dweller.
hand. They couldn't kill something if it was dead with a knife buried in its chest already.
Well, I'm not one of those. I'm part of the Sombra Negra. Have you heard of them?
Can't say that I have.
That's good. You shouldn't, because if you hear from us, you would be probably dead already.
And he's kind of thrown off by that line. He was trying to seem cool and brush you off as if to say, like, yeah, I've not heard of you, you're no big deal. But when you say it like that, he realizes that the fact that he doesn't know who you are, bit of a problem. And he seems a little bit more rattled about it. He goes, well, I'm sure my compatriots probably do. I'm not privy to all information. I merely do the poking.
Who else does the poking? This bird! Get him, bird!
And Crow draws his dagger and points.
Oh! Jeez, okay. Are we going there? We can go there. We can go there. Give me literally like 30 seconds and I will make something happen. Right, we're gonna go for this one. We're gonna add this one in. Sure. We're doing it. Now, you don't always have to kill people. You can subdue them, but feel free to kill them if you really want to.
Yeah, do a little subdue. Do a little subdue. Come on.
Yeah,
do a little
subdue. I don't have to kill straight away.
All right, then. So, I guess...
A little hurting.
Opening up, I suppose you can have the first roll, Crow, seeing as you're going to lunge towards this cloaked figure beneath the Maryport docks. Give me an attack roll. Let's begin.
Okay. So, the dagger. Let's see. 18 with fear.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely going to hit. All right, that's good.
Nice.
So an 18 is definitely going to hit. Roll damage for me.
Yes.
We really are just murderer. Homeless
That's only
people.
5.
Like, we just roam and murder people. That's all that's happened so far.
Seriously.
I like
So
that.
you lunge towards this individual, and which weapon is it you're using? Is it a dagger?
Yeah, the dagger.
Now, one thing that I want to quadruple check with chat. So this says +2 to primary weapon damage to the targets within melee range. So let me just see if it adds that on. If I do a roll on your sheet. Because it has +2 for finesse. Well, I don't know whether we still need to add another 2 in addition to that. Do you know what I mean? Does
Yeah.
anybody in chat know what we do with that? I mean, I guess regardless, that would be a 7, which still wouldn't even meet his major threshold. But yeah, you've got your dagger, you lunge towards him, and this is a very tight and compact space. So you go for a slash, and he kind of brings up the sleeve and the cloak of what he's got, and it just tears straight through the material of the cloak and gashes his arm ever so slightly. Goes, ah, blasted bird! And he's like furious, and he's about ready to strike back. So he's just going to jump on it. And he's going to roll a 15 to strike.
Oh god.
Does that land?
Yeah, my
Look at
evasion is 12.
Okay, nice. Let me... Well, not nice for you. Nice for me. I'm going to roll a d8 for damage. That is merely a 2. 2 physical points of damage coming into you. So he manages to get it manages to basically pull out what looks like it's like a short rapier. It's not got the same length as a typical fencing sort of sword. It's a slightly smaller one, but it's enough to just get like a forward poke, and it just manages to nick you on the underside of your wing. And you basically like a gentle little car as he does it. But because he's still sort of like leaning into his arm, he only managed to kind of already extend this very small sword ever so slightly away from his body as he kind of cusps up into inside himself. And I will pass it back to you.
How
And
dare
that's what you
attack
get.
me.
Yeah.
Ah!
Good job, bird. Good job. See, that was just a taste of what we're capable of, okay?
Don't mess
now,
with my
Yeah.
crew.
don't mess with us. Now, listen to me right here. You better tell me where to find Victor, his last known whereabouts, and what is that beautiful, what is that thing over there? It looks like, are they selling pies over there? Do you know who sells those pies? That looks so good. I'm a little bit more hungry after
This is no time for food, fool!
Sorry.
And he launches out, and just like the pure casualness of what you're doing is infuriating to him. So I'm actually going to spend a fear to trigger him again. Going to interrupt the chance for Crow to go. And he is bewildered by this whole scenario. He can't believe that somebody's managed to get a hit on him, let alone talking down to him and talking about what they're going to be having for a meal. So after the poke and the screaming and the exclamation just goes to try and strike you. That was literally a 1 on the D20. So he goes to slash downwards with this thing. You, with ease, just sidestep, and you just go in. I wonder if they have apple. Just as like a casual like observation, and you just hear as it's like causing sparks to erupt off of the stone walls on the underside of the underpass that you're in. And we'll pass it back to you guys.
You see this guy, man? You seen this? I told you these people have no idea what they're doing. A bunch of thieves, and they're not capable of hurting anybody. Ren, question is, take over, please. I'm bored of this guy.
Well, I didn't anticipate any of that to happen. Well, I feel like we should split, but before we go, like, is there anything we can grab from here that would be of use to us? Anything that we could find that could help us with our next destination?
You're just under a dock.
Oh,
Yeah,
we're under a dock.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
just
Does it have
under
anything
a
on
dock. You're not like
Why you
Does
can
he
find
have anything
somewhere.
on him?
He's still alive. He's not just.
No, he's
still
not
alive.
dead. He's standing right
Get
there.
him.
in front of you.
Don't treat me like I'm some kind of coin purse. And
No, I
basically
wasn't.
runs towards Rin and goes for another strike. I'm going to spend a fear in order to do that. The
Yeah,
sheer
get her.
the sheer refusal to take this seriously. He rolls a 16,
Whoa.
which I'm pretty certain is going to hit. I'm going to roll another D8 for physical damage, which is going to be 5 points of physical damage on Rin.
Oh.
So that is just basically going to just kind of like graze past your arm. It's not a deep cut or a deep wound, but it's just going to kind of graze past, and it's really falling and blustering about. And I would say at this point, the blood loss from the arm, because that was quite a deep gash at the beginning, is going to start making his movements labored. So I think next time he rolls, it's going to have disadvantage, and he's just huffing and panting. I will not be disrespected. The nail will not be dropped. And plays
We'll
back
see
with
about
you.
that. Ah! Crow wants to attack again.
Kill this guy. We're gonna kill this
Yeah,
man.
I back away from this again because I'm just beside myself.
Crow wants to see blood.
There's already plenty, but go ahead. Hit me with it.
Okay.
Or hit him with it.
Yeah. Rolling 14 with hope.
That hits. Mark yourself a hope and let me know what the damage is.
4. Dang it.
4 damage. Okay, so yeah, basically he's basically got his side to you. He's charged past you to the right. He's gone for sausage, failed that, gone forwards for Rin, and then as he turns back round at the sound of the core, he just gets a straight slash across now his torso, like a real, like, you know, an X marks the spot, just like a diagonal line across there. He just doesn't really know what to do with himself. And you can see that he's considering fleeing. But I reckon if you were to strike him one more time, he may become subdued and you might be able to have a conversation with him. But it is your guys' turn to still go.
Rin gathers up the courage, winds up her leg, the one with the milk stain on it, and goes in for a big kick.
Nice. Okay. How do we do that? I suppose that would be an unarmed strike, wouldn't it? So let me pull up the unarmed strike, just so I remember exactly what it's like. Daggerheart Nexus. I'm pretty certain it's just a D4 unarmed strike. I know it's different if you're like a brawler and things. Unarmed strike. Where is it? Unarmed says... Oh, I'm trying to click on it to see more. No. Oh, the UI on the website is just moving apart. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah. So it's a success. If it's a success, it's a D4. So yeah, feel free to roll damage on that one.
Damage. Do I do...
So that's just your 2D12s as usual. This is just to see whether it
2d12.
connects. And I tell you what, because he has disadvantage at the moment because of this blood loss and the frustration, I'm going to say you get advantage with this as well. So whatever you roll, so if you roll 2D12s and then a D6 with it, you can add that onto the total.
The D6? Okay, hold on a second.
And he is in this kind of like hunched over state at this point. Like his arm that actually has the sword in is kind of hanging low to the floor at this point. Like it's...
This right? I rolled a 27.
Whoa.
Wow,
Are
okay.
you killing this man with a slap?
Way to go, pea pants.
So it's up to you. I suppose, what's the finisher?
Well, I mean, honestly, the kick actually wasn't even that strong. It's more so like the seepage of the milk and the swamp juice actually gets into his mouth and knocks him out cold. Like that's
out
what does
cold.
it.
Okay.
Well, not out cold, but like that's what subdues him. That's what makes him go, oh,
And he's laying there on the floor and just going,
just nauseous, you know?
She hadn't left a moment ago. This would be a different story. And he's laying there on his back. What more do you want from me?
Man, we're such a bad influence on Rin here, Bird. Yeah. Go ahead, just interrogate him. It's all you know.
It's all me?
Oh yeah,
I don't even know what we want. I'm so flustered.
Rin didn't want to participate. Is now the front runner. This is great.
No, Lazarus, this one's on you, and I try to push you forward.
Fine. Okay, listen, we're looking for Victor. Okay, you say you don't know where Victor is. This is why we're here. Just let us know everything you know about this tinkerer, where to go next, so we can be on our way, and we won't have to kill you.
All right, fine. He works with metals. All right. He went north. The only things I know that are north of here is the Amethyst Ravine. Not much to do with that. There's the blasted copper mines as well.
Okay. Would you like me to get you one of those meat pies then on our way out?
Fuck off! Just like he does not want anything to do with you, and he just decides, even though he's in the state of disrepair, just jumps over the fence and splash into the water, and you just see him going across the lake. He's absolutely done with this scenario, and he departs from the scene.
Well, that
Good
was
job,
okay.
guys. That was pretty good. Yeah. Glad we didn't kill him. I wasn't paid for that, you know. I won't kill him unless I get some money out of it. So, that was fun.
We'll pause there for a moment and we'll swing over to Agatha.
Okay.
So Agatha, let me just, I'll tell you what I want to do real quick. So at the moment you are following this cloaked character around. Their cloak is down, the mask is off. So at the moment they look like any regular market goer. And they're basically wandering down to the eastern gate, which is the direction where Dennis is in. But you notice they swing a very sudden left, and then another left, and another right. And you can almost tell that they might be aware of your presence, or it's just paranoia, or the place they're going to is just very secretive. So I would say you have advantage on this. Can you give me a... give me a presence roll.
Right.
And you'll have advantage with this as well because you've got your you've got your wildborn status as well.
26 with fear.
Oh, easy then. So what you notice is this person goes around one corner, then another, then another. The light starts to get drowned out because the buildings here are particularly tall, but none taller than this ginormous tower, which is adorned at the top with a spiraling green and purple swirl, and it peaks off. And you can see that the doorway is actually barricaded and bolted off, but you see this quite nimble person just hop on various different pieces of brickwork and grooves in the stones of the walls, and they clamber in through a little window. So it's about whether you would like to follow them in or leave them on their trail.
So they went like into a building?
They went into the tower, yeah. So from what you can gather, there's only one door going into this very tall tower. It is barred up, kind of like almost like slightly overgrown from lack of use for many years, you would imagine. And they've just used some of the brickwork to go up through a typical cubbyhole window, which is very worn down as well. You can see that breakages on the end of the mantelpiece mean that this has been trod on many times.
Can you see the tower from where Agatha stayed the night before?
You can. It was actually straight out of your window. So you went upstairs in the speedrunner's clock tower, and you're in the room just beneath the bell itself. And as you looked out the front of your room, you could see this. So basically, the Copper Golem Tavern is actually just beneath, and then this is the tower that, you know, erects straight up behind it. So you were eyeing this last night before you did your commune.
So Agatha's not getting up that, not a chance. So she's going to like dawdle a little bit away from like where it is, and she sort of wants to find like one of the guards or the watcher people of town that's kind of like not busy, and kind of go up and like, excuse me.
Yes, madam.
I'm wondering if you could help me out. So I'm not actually from around here, but last night I got to stay in that lovely clock tower. And I was wondering what that big building is, like that big tower up there, because it was straight from my window. I couldn't miss it.
Oh, well, you see, that's actually been closed for decades now. That used to be the old Mayor's Tower of Merryport.
The
previous
Mayor's
mayors.
Tower?
Yeah, this is going back quite a ways. There used to be mages that could control fire. And
wow.
apparently, last they were seen, they were headed off to the frozen wastes up there in the northwest, and they went with the king and never returned. So I think they blocked it up because no magic, no residents.
That's so interesting. To learn all these fun little bits when you get to go to a new place. How is there a way I'd be able to have like a look in if it's empty? I love getting to see all these like ruins and things on my travels.
I mean, it is barred up. I suppose we'd have to work it up the chain a little bit. How long are you in Merryport for?
Oh, I don't know. It was I came over with, and it was Felix was the big officer.
Yeah.
Oh, I was actually out in Orchidia, and I came over with Felix. And he told me to we could stay wherever and get food and whatnot. So he was the one that brought us over. So I was just I could go and find him. Am I better asking him for it?
No. It's fine. It's fine. And even though they're the same rank, Felix is just simply older and has never ascended to the rank above, but he carries himself as such. So a lot of the fellow watchers are often intimidated just purely because of his age and his experience. I tell you what I'll do. If you're here for a while, let me speak to the listeners, and I'll see whether we can have an open day of sorts.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. What's your name again?
Me? I'm Frank.
Well, thank you, son. Nice to meet you. And then she's going to toddle off and head back towards the dock.
You too, madam. Have a wonderful day.
And she just like sends a little wave behind her kind of thing as she toddles off back into...
Writing these notes down so I've got them for future reference. Got it. Lovely. Okay, so I think at this point, I would imagine that a lot of people will be reconvening back at the fountain. You kind of wander off to find one another, and you pretty much clash back at the center fountain in the center of the big high street of Merryport. And I'll let you share your discoveries or keep your secrets.
So where did you follow your guy to?
Oh, just to the bottom of the dock there. We kind of beat him up a little bit and got a little bit of information, but we didn't kill him. Not this time.
Not this time. I wanted to, though.
So for context, there was a random man just out in a public space, and you went down to him and just beat him up.
Yeah.
It escalated, yeah.
It was all Rin's idea, really. We were just hanging out.
I'm not good with my words. What can I say? I'm learning.
I don't quite know what you are good with, if it's definitely no that.
It was all Rin's idea. I love that.
Right.
Yeah, totally my idea.
It was all Rin's idea, but you know what? We got a little bit of information. We were told to maybe head down to the little lush copper mine. We might get a little lead on our Victor guy.
So again, you've went and beat someone up to get the same information that we already had.
Yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah.
I found out from the little old copper golem at the thing this morning. He told me that I didn't have to punch anyone.
Well, what were you up to then, huh?
Well, I followed my person around very slyly, and then I watched them climb up, and she'll sort of point to the big tower, like all the way up there. So I went and asked one of the guards what that was. We had a nice little chat. Lovely guy. His name is James. She's just going to say totally wrong name because she's forgotten already. And he said that used to be like a big mage tower or something, but it's no open, so we can't really go in.
Oh,
I mean, we could climb it.
Or I can go beat him up if you want to. We can beat him up.
I know how to climb.
I don't think you're the most capable of beating anyone up after what happened at Orchidia last night, hun. And she says it towards Lazarus because he didn't have a thing.
Listen here, okay? I had a bad day, okay? I'm gonna change it today. You'll see.
Well, do we need to know what they're doing up in that tower if our main one we're looking for here is Victor? If we know he's no here, why are we?
No,
Yeah,
you're
I
right.
guess
I think
not.
we've spent enough time here. I think we should probably go find Victor.
Okay, should we also find Felix and tell him we're doing that because he's the one that asked us to come here?
Yeah, that might make a little bit of sense. Do you know when we
Yes,
last seen him? Where's he at?
I mean, he would have been at the medic area, right?
Yeah, the medic area. So I imagine the medic area is probably not too distant from the stables themselves, because often when riders come back with various injuries or just kind of general fatigue, you'll have noticed probably the night before, Agatha, that there was a med bay, or what looked to be the equivalent of a barracks, just around the back of the hostels that you stayed in, the other three stayed in. So yeah, you kind of clocked it and saw guards wandering down there in quite high volumes compared to the rest of the foot traffic of late night Merriport. So you can head there if you'd like to.
Yeah, I think we just go and give him a little heads up where we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. And don't mention the guy we beat up in the dock.
I think when we get there, you three can wait outside, if I'm honest.
I think that's probably for the best. Yeah, I'll keep
Yeah.
patrol.
Yeah, I think that probably makes sense.
All right, lead the way, Grandma.
So she's just gonna toddle a little ahead, and go to wherever she's seen the other night.
Nice. And as you go over there, you see coming out of the med bay, looking certainly better than they did the night before. You see young Riven walking around. There's a little bit of a limp in his step, but you can see that he's back to his former self. And then you sort of see a little shoulder barge from Felix as he's kind of walking along and trying to prop him up and perk him up. Look, here we go, lad. This is the one that saved us last night, or at least one of four.
She's gonna
What, he's-
look at Riven into her glass and be like, "You ready for a rematch, son?"
No, I'm sorry and thank you, and
I still
very
never got my
grateful.
money from that.
fair is fair. And reaches into his pocket, pulls out a handful of gold. So feel free to add that
Yay.
to your character sheet if you'd like.
She's
But
going
I-
to take
next
out
time,
from
though-
her bag and give him one of the little caramel sweets as she takes the money. Something to soften the blow. That one's a recent, I promise.
Okay, thank you. But next time, we'll do it here. The tables are dry here. No, maybe not the copper one. They have oil everywhere. But Wild Rose Tavern, I'm taking you down, Gran.
Whatever makes you feel better. And then she's gonna like turn towards Felix and be like,
And Felix has just listened to this conversation. He goes, "Ah, you've no idea, lad. Many more years ahead of you, I'm sure. Agatha, my dear, how did the night treat you?"
Well, I had a wonderful time. I ended up staying up at the clock tower. I got Dennis boarded away, no bother. Had a lovely little morning. Went to speak to the honey lady down at the market. I never caught her name. And I've had a grand old time. But you were looking
You
for...
stayed in the clock tower.
Aye, that was the man at the stables told me that the hostels were a bit aft. So he said, head up towards the clock tower, and it had a nice room.
That must have cost you a pretty penny. How much did that set you back?
I don't know. I didn't pay anything. They just let me in.
And it's dawning on him now that he may be the one that's having to pay the price for that stay. Right. I'll go see Alexandra later on today. Not to worry. What bothers you this morning?
Well, you were looking for that Felix guy, and I think we figured out where he might be, so we're just going to head up and have a look.
Oh.
Not Felix, Victor, my bad. The names all get jumbled
right,
up in my
okay.
head.
It happens to all of us. I can't even remember half the citizens' names, but, you know, there's thousands of them, so what do you expect? Okay, so you really are going to try and figure out this magic thing?
Yeah, I'll have a gander, see what he's up to, you know. Nothing a few words can't sort, I'm sure.
Right, well, in that case, take this. And he just pulls out what is essentially a minor health potion. So feel free to add one of those in. Whatever you did and whatever they've done, it's worked wonders. So I don't want you to be falling the same thing.
Oh, well, thank you, dearie. That's lovely. We'd probably better get going then before we miss too much of the daylight.
Yeah, it's not. Well, what time is it? It's about 11 o'clock. Sun's
Yeah.
getting high. So, yeah. All the best to you.
All the best. And then she's going to kind of, in passing as she is leaving, she's going to be like, also, I'm really looking forward to that open day for the Mage Tower. That'll be grand. And then just keeps going.
Open day? Agatha, what do you mean open day?
She's gone.
This woman, she's a fireball. Weird though, because she never makes fire with her hands. She just makes thorns. And the two of them get back to their various works. And the Riven hobbles into the city. So regrouping with the party, ready to rock and roll, ready to go get Dennis.
I was going to say, I was like, she'll go get Dennis because she now doesn't need to walk.
Master!
Ah, there you are, little one. Did you have a good rest?
I did. I didn't know if you were coming back.
No, I told you I'd be back. That's why I came and gave you that treat this morning.
Oh, it felt like forever.
No, it was only a few hours. But are you down to come? We're going out, heading out of town.
Oh, yeah. I've never been this way before. Yeah, let's go.
Nice. And then she'll take him out by the lead and get to the front.
Adventure. We're going really far. And
she's going to like whistle the same like tune kind of under her breath.
Whether it's sunlight or whether under stars. So he's just really like just having the best time of his life.
She's going to like take a minute to like clamber onto him because she's like a little lady, like to get onto the back.
If you want, you can grab the tail for balance.
No, don't mind me, I'll manage. And she's like hobbling like with the staff, but she gets on kind of thing.
And as you get on, you've noticed for the first time that at the back of his head, there's quite a lot of scarring, and you wonder whether that's from being mistreated previously by the previous owner, or maybe it's just effects of the night before and the fight with the water elementals. But it's just a little detail you noticed, and you just sort of clock it for future memory.
Nice.
So all of you are together. You're making your way east out of Merriport, heading along the wonderfully crafted Road Builders Guild's roads. You pass by the stables, of course, and the others made an inquiry about renting horses potentially for the three of them to get on. And they looked in their pockets to realize that practically nothing is probably not going to be well met as a trade cost. So the three of you are on foot. Agatha is just riding on the back of Dennis.
I imagine more Dennis is walking, kind of keeping pace with them. It's just to save her having to like her little legs.
Absolutely. Yeah, she's just loving life. And you're wandering along, and the breeze is carrying the sweet sun-warmed wheat scent on it. And locals smile at you as you wander by. It seems like a relatively happy place, and you suspect that maybe the news of the murders in Orchidia have either not reached here just yet, or these people simply don't read the Misinformer because it's usually full of absolute twaddle. So the transference of information is some...
Uh-oh.
He died. It's over.
Immediately, it's on my very furthest monitor out the side of my peripheral. I saw the screen go black.
I was just like, I've gone deaf. Because you quit the music cut out as well, so you'll need to share your screen again. So it just went silent.
Oh yeah, do I need to share the music? Give me a second.
Yeah.
Share screen. Applications. Where's OBS? Boop. There we go. Where can we change the music over here as well? Let's go for this one. It's technically called Forest, but I think it works nicely as an ambient walking along sort of one. So as I mentioned, the breeze is carrying the scent of sun-warmed wheat on it. You can see a ginormous golden field to the right of you. Locals are smiling and waving as you wander by, and they're brushing down their hands to get dirt off of them before waving, even though you're so far from them when they're deep in the fields that they're not going to flick mud on you, but it's just a courtesy on their part. And it's a relatively calm scene as you're plodding along the road, heading in a direction of the copper mines. It's very well signposted, so this isn't even something that you've had to garner information for. You just know it's generally a northeastish direction, and with it being a recognized landmark, you'll get there without too many issues. I'm just curious, out of the four of you, which of you has the best hearing?
I would definitely say that's me.
Oh,
Nice.
me.
Especially attuned to the forest.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you're wandering along, what are you taking in with the sound? One thing you have noticed is that up on the hill there to the left, there is what looks to be a big top tent. There's some kind of circus, and you'll have seen posters for this all around Merriport in your time there last evening. And you know that the circus is coming in about a week or two, and you've heard the kids talking about how there's going to be a dog that is only bones, and they're all daring each other to go and stroke it, and they're each convincing one another that they're definitely going to do it, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. So you can see that they're building those works up, and you can hear the clattering and the banging of it. And I'm just curious if you hear or see anything else on your travels.
I can definitely hear close by across the bridge is the Road Builders Guild, and I can hear them lifting piles of mud, stone, getting ready to transport it off to another place for them to build another road, so I can hear that. And then all around, there's a little river close by, so I can hear like the trickling of water. I can hear birds off in the distance, but mostly it's peaceful.
Yeah. And the trickling of water, you notice a change in the rhythm of the water, and it gets louder and the splashes intensify, and you start to get a little bit nervous that, have you been followed by these elementals? If they somehow managed to come back and find you again? And you turn to see a woman flying through the air, arm fully extended out in front of her, holding what looks to be a trident or a giant fork of some description. She's bearing the biggest grin you've ever seen in your life. A really bright green, vibrant frog hat is clinging onto her head for all that it can. And she's cresting and crashing and going on and just cackling to herself the whole way. And within seconds, she's past you and she's off into the horizon, disappearing into, well, not even the mists, just kind of into the general distance. Which is a strange sight. I don't think anybody's quite seen that before.
Did you all catch that? What was that?
Yeah.
That was a funny
What
looking
was it?
frog.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not seen one that big in a
Flying
while.
frog.
She was zooming, that's for sure. I wonder where she's
Yeah.
headed.
She almost hit me.
Yeah.
So you carry on along the way on the Road Builders Guild, and as you mentioned, you can hear them just across the way, and that's where a fork in the road happens. And you decide to follow it left, heading slightly north, and you see the final signpost for the Lush Copper Mine. And basically you're wandering up the staircase, and as you crest over the top of it and working your way up the stairs, it comes into full view, this ginormous building. It's a white building with a mixture of kind of like birch wood and I guess kind of like clay that has been painted to look that way. And it's adorned by this beautiful, multicolored, almost like iridescent roof of copper, various ages of oxidization going on there. So some of it's green, some of it's orange. And you're wondering how the materials at the base of this building are even holding up such a heavy, lofty roof. It kind of like defies the eyes a little bit. And then suddenly you feel a tremor. And there's a boom. And as you're approaching this building, the booms are getting louder and they're getting closer. And you're seeing smoke plume out of the windows. And you see a crackle of what you can only describe as almost like elemental magic, just absolutely going, just scrawling across the grass and through the various like gaps in the stone brick coming towards you. And I need everybody for me to do an agility roll.
What do I do if I'm on Dennis? Do I use Janice's stat block or my stat block?
Oh, good point. Where is Dennis's stat block? Let me remind myself what that looks like. 'Cause I guess Dennis doesn't have agility, right?
No.
Let's see. Where is it? I'm just scrolling past the Agatha memes from yesterday.
I'll pin it. There we go. It's pinned.
Oh, I suppose, yeah, he's not got any agility.
So
I would say, maybe because you're on Dennis, I'm going to say that you have to roll this with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because you've got two entities to account for in this agility roll.
I got a 20 for me.
20. Wonderful. That's great.
Even with my disadvantage, it says I got a critical success. Because I got 2 10s.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
What about Rin and Crow?
Oh, I
have
got an 8.
12 with hope.
So that was 12 with hope, and then what was yours?
An 8 with hope.
An 8 with hope.
Wow.
So
Oh, I forgot to say mine was 20, but with fear. I don't know if that mattered. You get a
20
fear,
with
right?
fear. Let me triple check. So
Any good rolls today? Let's go.
Can I also
is it?
see something that Agatha was doing on the ride over?
Yeah, absolutely.
No one would have like really noticed or clocked it, but she basically is going to have taken like out of her little satchel like a little small smooth stone and like sort of held it in her hands and like ushered some words into it and then like wrapped it around her wrist with some vines that have kind of like grown to like hold it like a little gem basically at the front. That's it.
Nice. Is that part of any kind of character sheet? So you don't have to blab now.
Yeah,
You can just...
it's something I can do.
Cool. Okay. So in this moment, rushing towards you all of a sudden, is this crackling elemental magic, and it meets at your feet, and suddenly there is a sinkhole. It opens up beneath you. Agatha sees this coming a mile away. She felt the tremors and kind of like veers Dennis off to the side and manages to jump away to the side of it. Sausage, Lazarus, you're able to kind of jump away from the sinkhole, and you kind of land, but you notice that Rin is about to fall in, so you reach in a hand and grab Rin, and Rin is basically going to grab your arm and just kind of smack into the side of this fresh sinkhole that's just opened up. So Rin, I would like you to mark 1 HP, and Lazarus, I would like you to mark a stress. And then Crow just sort of does a quick waft and a quick backstep. This sinkhole isn't ginormous. It's probably only about 7 or 8 foot in circumference, but it's enough for a person to fall down. And basically you pull Rin back up and out. Ugh. And you notice as you look around that there are even more of these sinkholes present. There is an absolutely massive one just over to the left, and you feel as though it may have been there for a while because you can already see that moss has slightly overgrown it and there are glowberries hanging from it. And you peer down and you can see at the bottom that it's a very deep mine, which is what you've come to expect here. And you can see little copper golems wandering about doing their work. And that is when you can finally approach the building in front of you. It doesn't have a door. It is just an open doorway. So it's about whether you'd like to go in or be in.
So is that where all of this stuff came out of?
Yeah, so there are plumes of smoke, there's like crackles and colors, and the tremors were coming from there as well. And you just hear a voice going, Amethyst might have been a little bit much, Jubby. Let's cut back on that.
Well, do we think that's Victor in there? She's saying this very hushed, like, oh, far enough away that it's not going to get like...
Oh, the noise in the building from the various, like, you can hear people scrambling around and tinkering and slamming, and there's all kinds of work going on in there that just sounds absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. I think that's Victor.
Yeah, he's known to blow things up. It's definitely him.
Maybe we should knock. Oh, I think he's gone.
Not again.
Well,
The void realm is taking hold of him again.
they don't have...
No.
Yeah, I don't think he's noticed. There he goes.
No, he hasn't noticed yet. Okay,
There he
he's
has.
back.
Hi.
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 No, it's fine.
I don't
It's
know
just,
why it
it's
does that.
we can tell what, like, because obviously we have your camera, so we can tell when we're like,
Yeah,
he'll
just
notice
took off.
eventually.
Yeah.
He'll figure out.
Bum.
Try, we're working it into the lore. Don't worry.
Yeah, those explosions are deafening.
Boof.
OBS again. There we go.
Here we go.
Let me press that.
Got it.
There you go. There's another explosion for you. Oh, I could have used this one.
Boom.
Oh, that wasn't as cool as it. Oh no, it does. It sounds a bit sinkholey. That's not too bad. All right, nice. Sorry, yeah. So, what would you like to do in approaching the building? So you just hear various shoutings and the odd boom and pop and explosion. It doesn't sound like anybody is in any real danger. A couple of the copper golems that are wandering about kind of flinch and their heads kind of like zip up from their bodies, and you can see the kind of the spiral core that holds those two limbs together kind of goes zzz, and then back down. But then they just carry on about their work. They don't seem particularly upset by what's happening.
Before we get any closer, I go to Agatha and I say, hey, keep an eye on Dennis. I heard sheep wander about here and fall into these holes. Now you keep an eye on him, okay?
Okay, I don't think Dennis is gonna go very far anyway. And
never
like
know.
rub him while
You
she's
never
like
know.
with him. Well, I don't know what we do here. I don't think we go in guns blazing, whatever a gun is. I've just heard people say that. I think are we better having a conversation? Should I go in and you want to wait in case it goes wrong? Like, what do you think? People tend to talk quite openly around someone like me.
I think you're our best bet. I mean, look at my track record. I'm not much of
Yeah.
a talker, so
You almost killed somebody too. And
I'm
you smell.
out on this one.
How about I'll go in and see what I can find out. You three can maybe have a look around, maybe see what else is around, like on the outside, maybe down at the hole, or just be around in case things go a little bit south.
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah.
good bet.
Yeah, I'll
Get them
be
one
right
of
by
those
the
candies.
door.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, can I
Yeah,
have
they
one
like
of
those
before you go
candies. Yeah,
in?
can I have one
I'm so
too?
hungry still.
She's going to. She's like looking at. She'll like do the quickest. Like, oh nope, all out. Sorry.
Dang.
Can't believe we're so late. That's fine. You know what? I'll wait right by the door. If anything happens, I'm gonna burst right in. Okay? You give me the signal. Do
Oh.
something.
Okay, I'll let you know. So
My
she'll go
daggers
and
are ready.
find somewhere to like tie Dennis up that's like safe kind of thing. And then
Nice.
she'll take Doris out and be like, right, you stay here with Dennis, okay? And like puts Doris like on him. And you two have a little chat. I'll be back, okay?
All right. See you in a minute.
See you in a minute.
That's gonna feel like months.
So that's
His
why I
time
left.
perception is horrific. by
Yeah,
the way.
it's
Like,
also
he's-
why I gave Doris. So I was like, is it just sat alone for the entire thing? I was like, no, you can have Doris.
I just peer at Doris. I have daggers in my eyes just looking at Doris.
Why are you giving Doris daggers? You stole her food.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
We've got beef. What can I say?
Am I hearing Rin wants to attack Doris?
No, not yet.
Somebody was just asking me a second ago as well.
Yes.
Is the big hole that you got to peer into? Is that the one that other Mitt died in? Jojo's mount. Yes, it is.
That's why I made that comment about keeping
The
Dennis
sheep.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah,
funny.
that's the one I was alluding to.
Yeah, the legendary fall.
So Agatha's going to kind of like walk up quite quietly, like sort of. Obviously, you said it's just an open door. There's not like a door to look kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
just free flow right the way
she's
through.
going to kind of like go sort of trying to listen as what she can gather from like just standing at the doorway for a second. And
Right,
then,
let's get rid of some more of that redstone. I reckon Grimblow, get me 5 more handfuls. I know you've not got hands, but just whatever these are, just get me 5 more of those of copper, right? And I think we're out of iron again.
she's going to like hearing this kind of thing, like then just sort of peer around and be like, excuse me, and like stomp her staff.
Oh, hello.
Hello, son. How are
Who are
you?
you? Who are you then? Lifts his goggles up to greet you and just sort of looks at you.
Oh, my
Really?
name's Agatha, but you can just call me Aggie.
Aggie, right? Okay.
Yeah. I was wondering if you happen to have a bathroom around here, because I've been traveling for hours and I really need to go.
Well, we've got a bucket, and you hear a little copper golem in the corner go, me? No, not you. An actual bucket. Really awful name choice, actually, thinking about it.
Oh, does it have like a little curtain or something I can...
Oh, sorry, love. I don't think it does.
Oh, well, right, okay. What is this
You could
place?
probably go downstairs if you want to manage all those steps, and you can go behind some glowberries, maybe.
Oh, that might actually be quite nice. What is this place?
This, well, this is the Tinkerer's Workshop. You must have heard of me, surely. A man of many talents, mixing magic and machine, and going to be changing the world. I am Mayor Lizzie's favourite scientist.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, I've not really heard of you, but I tend to live out in the woods, so I'm not talking to many people. That's why I was asking
well,
if you had a
of course you won't
bathroom.
then. Oh no! Well, why do you need a bathroom? If you live in the woods, you just go in the woods, don't you?
Yeah, well, sometimes it was just in case I was walking past. Also, like a giant hole opened up and nearly swallowed me.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. That happens sometimes. Does it go right the way down, or is it just A little drop.
No, it was a big one. All I couldn't see
Oh,
the bottom.
jeez.
May want to put some
what-
signs out just as a warning.
Well, I don't choose where they go. It's just a byproduct of productivity.
That seems like a pretty big byproduct, if you ask me. That could have swallowed me whole.
Yeah, I've heard that one before. You sound just like the guardsman.
What are the guards talking about swallowing for?
Well, you know what the evenings are like in Merryport. The wine flows and so do many other things.
Well, that reminds me of my heyday, but I'm long past that, dear.
Have you even managed to get up this way? What are you doing? Do you follow the path or what?
Yeah, I followed the path for a bit, and then, as I said, I'm living out in the woods normally, so I just like to have a little gander, see what things I can get. And she's gonna like pull out like this little like handful of rocks. She's like, I found all of these the other day.
Wow, those are impressive.
Thank you. I liked them. That one was really
And
shiny.
you can't tell whether it's sarcasm or whether he actually is interested. He's really looking at them and thinking to himself, probably like, do a little like echo. I wonder if I can use that as a material.
So you're saying you're doing some tinkering things like with it? Is that like these little fellas? And she's gonna like
Yeah.
gesture at the...
Should have seen them before I came here. All they could do is say yes, no, up, down, left, right, all that sort of stuff. But now I've got them working. We got the copper, we made them, and that's where we stopped. I came along and thought, well, not only can we have them mine the copper to make more of them, kind of an infinite supply, really. I'm thinking we can send them all around the land of misadventures. They could be our eyes and ears and help the whole kingdom.
Oh, that sounds far too fancy for me. I've never seen any of that before. You were saying some magic and tinkering things.
Yeah, you're looking at the finest artisan of magic in the whole of Merryport. Not many people decide to study it around there, so it's sort of left to me, really, to figure out what moves, what grooves, and how to squish it all into a tight little package.
Wow, well, that's awful impressive. Your mum must be proud.
She was.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. And then she's gonna like just take from her pocket like a little caramel sweet and like offer it out to him.
She had caramel. Look at that ring. She had them.
I knew it.
Yeah, she's not dead.
Oh,
She just thinks the work that I do is a bit much sometimes. I took down half her house.
well,
The right geyser to burst out of the floor. Should have seen it. I told her she's got herself a water park on her hand. She could turn a profit on that, but she didn't see it that way.
oh well, I imagine she wouldn't. But I've got to go to the little ladies' room. Otherwise, I'm gonna go in that bucket. So you just down the steps, you said.
Yeah, down the steps, spirals down a couple times. I tell you what, boys. He looks over. He goes, right, Plimsork, Ploxnobble, you two, get the crane. Let her down. Don't make her take every step.
Oh,
And
thank
basically,
you.
If you'd like, you can ride the crane down into the to the depths of the copper mine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I'll
Nice.
toddle out.
So as you get down there, it's a site that feels somewhat homely to you, to be honest, even though it's set so far away and there's not much in terms of like foliage and grass. There's just a lot of clay. There's tons of glowberries and moss adorning the walls, and there are just piles of copper everywhere, clearly more so than they could ever hope to use in the next couple of months. And wandering around here, you can see there's a bunch of different copper golems, and they're all getting to work. And you notice that some of them just look like the ones that you've seen over in the city, but there's a few that have got all these extra affixments and adornments on them, things that glow, and you notice it almost looks like slight magical energy, but you can see that it's almost kind of as though there's a mineral that's shining. You notice like a little bit of redstone, and you notice a little bit of an emerald inside of there as well. And it's all a little bit foreign to you, but you're aware that there's some degree of magic control that's gone into probably enhancing these robots in some way.
Do the golems like notice or care that she's there, or are they just kind of like on with work, passing her? Like
They are just on with work. Yeah, they're not completely like unaware of you, but they're just completely disinterested. They're just happily going zzz, 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 and just doing their job and mining away, and basically getting armfuls of copper. They're just quite contently just getting on about their day, flinching occasionally when things happen. And every time one of these like explosions happens up above, you see them all look up for a moment just to check whether something's about to fall on them, whether a new sinkhole is opening up, or whether they've got to worry about debris and dripstone coming down on them.
So she'll probably like have a look around, grab a few of the glowberries and eat them.
Yeah.
And then sort of like let out a kind of like whistle to try and see if any of the people that she came with or know where she is, basically. I imagine she'll go like up a couple steps, so it's like on one of the platforms that are quiet or like looking out over the thing, but so there's not like golems right near her.
Oh, okay. Oh, what? So you're gonna move? So you're at the bottom? Are you?
I've gone to the bottom, and then
yeah.
sort of she'll have had a look around, grabbed her glowberries, and then like gone up like a few of the spiral step bits. So it's like to like mid, just basically she's in the stairwell, looking out over the copper golem bit, but
Over
so
the
that she's got
mines
some
itself.
privacy. Like, yeah,
Nice. Yeah, cool then. So a whistle goes out. I would imagine that Rin is probably the one to hear that call.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah. So my ears perk up. I look towards the other. I'm like, you wanna join me, or you two gonna stay behind? Because I think I'm gonna go down there.
Oh yeah, let's go. I'm bored out here. Let's see if we can get us in some trouble.
Okay. So we head towards the whistle, yeah.
Nice. And you make your way. You've decided to make your way down the stairs because the same offer hasn't been extended to you. And it is actually still at the bottom, the crane. So it's of no use to you at the minute. So you toddle down the stairs and meet Agatha at the central height of it. And you're all together now.
yeah. So that's Victor. He's doing some tinkering with some magic-y things. Seems like a nice lad, a little bit full of himself, but other than that, no too bad.
Yeah,
Dead
nothing
damages.
suspicious?
No, not really. Like, I think he's just a man with a hobby.
Why does the Scarlet Veil want to kill him then?
I don't know. He's saying something about doing some magic and tinkering and kind of mixing them together, but you lost me at the tinkering.
What kind of magic, though?
Oh, like elementally things and that. I've recognised a few of those bits, but I've not seen it tried to work with the technical side. That tends to be kind of opposite ends of the spectrum.
Wait. How did you end up down here then?
Oh, I said I needed to go for a pee. He didn't have a bathroom
You
up
have
there,
to-
so...
Pee in the mines?
Well, I'd asked if he had any privacy, and he
Sure.
said there was just a bucket up there, so I offered I could go down here where it'd be a bit quieter.
Well, I mean, now that we're down here, should we take a look around, see if we can find anything?
Yeah, can do. It just seems to be an awful lot of those little robot fellas. You
I
know,
mean, maybe we could talk to one of them. See if they know anything.
yeah,
Or maybe
have
we
a
can
go.
steal one of them.
Well, I
don't
What do you think we can get for this guy?
No, we're not going to
This little
steal
guy right here.
one.
If they're anything like the one we had at breakfast this morning, I think that would just be kidnapping. I think they're little people.
Oh, they have souls. Oh, I guess we can't
Yeah,
sell
don't
them then.
steal one.
They
All
can
right,
do a lot of
Grandma, how
housework
about,
for
why
us.
don't you go say hi to one, initiate the conversation, and we can get the information out, you know? You're really good at opening up these conversations, though.
Oh, okay, right. She'll huddle down, and she's gonna like find one of the golems, kind of on his own, and sort of like go up and like tap his shoulder and be like, "Hello."
Hi. Oh, hello. Hi. And in front
Hi.
of you, you notice that this one looks quite weathered compared to the rest of them, but not in a oxidization kind of way, just very scuffed and bumped and broken. The lightning rod on top of its head has got a kink in it, and it looks very imperfect compared to the rest of them. But it's very startled by the sudden hello. It's aware of your presence, but never expected that you were going to engage with it.
Oh, hi there, little one.
Hello, human lady.
Oh, you can call me Aggie. What's your name?
My name is. Oh, are there any left on the wiki? I've been reading them all off the wiki so far. I'm Tinklebob.
Oh, well,
Tinkle.
Tinklebob, that's so nice to meet you. What are you up to?
I am doing my job. I get the copper. I move the copper. I go back to the copper. I move the copper. I go to the copper. I move the copper. And then sometimes I stop for a cuppa. Aha, aha, aha.
Well, you seem like you're very good at your job.
Yes, I'm programmed to do so. Other people have more upgrades and they work faster, but I work longer.
That sounds nice. So, are you working with that man upstairs?
Yes and no. He tells me what to do. I try my best, but I'm a bit slow.
Oh, well, so am I, dearie. That's nothing to worry about. It's no held me back. So, what do you mean yes and no then? So, like, you just, is he not the person that made you?
No, we existed before, and he just came in and decided to start working here. I don't remember who my previous master was, so we've just kind of been taking orders from him.
Oh, well, is he at least nice to you?
Yes, nice. Scary, though. Not scary as in stares at you and says horrible things, but he just does... Oh, that's scary.
What was that?
Sounds like you don't like this guy very much. Sounds like he might not be too nice. Listen, little guy. Blink twice if you need help.
I can't blink.
Oh, I can help you with that. I can program it so you can blink.
Really?
Yeah, I could try.
Oh,
I can
that
fix
would
it.
be wonderful.
Okay. Yeah, let me have a shot at this. Let me fix you up.
Just like you fix the jukebox. I don't think it's a good
Don't worry,
idea.
I got this.
Only
All
right.
right.
breaks 5 minutes later. Sure.
So what we're going to do, this is Tinker, isn't it? I suppose this is a... Ooh. Do you want to do this as a... I guess finesse is to tinker with something. But then
Yes.
this to me feels maybe more like a knowledge roll. It's like recall, analyze, and comprehend. It feels like you're drawing on your knowledge to do this.
Oh, dang it. I was hoping it was going to be Tinker.
Let's do Tinker.
Okay,
We'll do
let's do
Tinker.
Tinker.
Rule of cool.
Let's- yeah.
Give me a finesse roll, and I'm going to set this... I think we'll be sensible with this. We'll go for like a 10.
Oh, I got a 9 with fear.
Oh, no.
You broke
So-
Cinco.
You try your best and you sort of open up the panel on his little back, and you seem to have an understanding of mechanisms and how they work and things like that. And you press a few pieces and you get the tip of one of your arrows and trying to use it to jimmy up. Is this blinking? Am I blinking now? You've just realized that he's accepted the invitation to learn how to blink, but he has no idea what blinking even is. It's, I think I blinked. I felt it.
You did wonderful. Well done.
Thanks, Aggie. Okay.
So what you're saying is
again.
then.
Say again.
So you did blink then. You blinked twice though.
Yes, I blinked. Yes. Twice?
Oh, he's in
yes.
trouble. He's in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble. See?
Tinkle, what is it you want to do?
Oh. Nobody's ever asked me that before. I suppose I'd like to do something other than go to the copper, move the copper, go to the copper, move the copper. I'd like to cut glowberries.
Why don't you do that then?
I need orders.
Well, how about then, I like glowberries, so I can ask you to go and get me some glowberries.
I suppose so.
Okay, well, how about we'll leave you be for a bit. You can go and grab some glowberries. See if you get me like 12 of those, and you just leave them at the side for me, and then when I come back, you'll have got them.
Amazing. I'm going to go. And he sort of zzz, zzz, and then starts like marching off and charging. And there's a bit more of a pep in his step compared to before. And you can hear him going, I can blink, I can blink, I can blink, I can blink. And just starts like trying to pull the glowberries off of the long hanging vines. You can see he's really struggling with it. He's just sort of clasping them and trying to pull. And either it's not coming off the vine, or when he does get enough of a tug, it just goes and it just squishes the glowberry. This might take a while.
I'm in no rush, dearie. Enjoy.
I can blink. I can blink. It just goes back to doing what he was doing.
Right, well, I don't think we're going to get much from down here. I'm starting to think these guys have been here anyway. I think we need to either just have a conversation with a guy upstairs. Maybe he doesn't even realize the harm he's doing.
Yeah, I think it's worth talking to him. Should we go back up then?
Yeah,
Aye.
let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
What Aggie's going to be like, you head up, I'll catch you at the top, it'll take my wee legs a minute. But then when they're going up the stairs, I want them to just see Aggie go by in the elevator.
Yeah,
Oh my
I knew
God.
that was coming.
She's just going to be like
I
smiling
will.
at them as she goes up
What
the
are you
elevator.
doing?
I told you I'd get you at the top. And you just hear her voice fade
Why
out
couldn't
as she
we
gets
all go in
faster
there?
than you.
Rin's just telling the others, yep, another job well done tinkering with stuff. If you ever need anything to be fixed, you know who to call.
And you hear
Definitely
her.
not.
I got
you.
that right.
All right, Jobby, let's try a little bit of this one. Experiment 264, redstone, fleck of iron, and moss. Ready, set. Oh no, that's not going to do it. God, that moss is some powerful stuff. And turns back around. Oh, Aggie, you brought friends.
Aye, I did. I bumped into them. They came over because I think, is it Adrian? No. Fred? No. Felix?
Felix. Yes, Felix.
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 Oh,
Something to do with something you did is hurt someone.
I need you to be more specific than that.
You say it like you've hurt a lot of people.
Well, there's hurt physically, and then there's hurt mentally, and then there's hurting environmentally. So I just need to know what we're talking about here.
I
Do I
think
need
this.
to run?
No, I
He
mean,
starts leaning on the doorway, thinking like he might need to do a getaway.
no. Anyway, you think I'm gonna catch you? No, it was something to do with. It would have been technically an environmental physical harm because it was these like water things.
Water in what way?
Like he looked like a big man kind of thing.
Water. Oh, right. What? As in, like, it looked like a person, but it was just water.
Yeah, it was just
I don't deal
attacking
in-
people.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not-
almost drowned and died because of you.
No, hold on a minute. Oh, steady on now. I don't even know your name and you're calling me all kinds of things. I don't deal with that kind of magic, all right? When did this happen?
That was late last night.
I've been here for weeks. Can't have been me. And besides, like, I don't do that kind of magic. That magic has a range on it, has a limit on it. Whatever happened, the source was where it was. Can't
Well,
be far from it.
I think Felix thinks you might know something about it with your tinkering stuff and your elemental. Is there any chance it was
Well-
an experiment gone wrong?
Well, you know, I've made the odd bits of tech for people, but could have fallen into the wrong hands.
Oh,
Tech. What
you
kind
have-
of tech?
Do you have like a receipt book or something for that?
Yeah, who did you do some
Nah.
water elemental magic with recently?
What did you make?
Well, I made this little gadget, right? It's like a gauntlet. It's like a metal fist.
Mhm.
And you can use it to kind of like move the water around. They were having problems in the sewers in Merryport with like slime and stuff like that. So it was a way of getting the water pushed through and get it to the filters and get it back out to everyone without it tasting like sludge. So it sounds like it could be something like that, but I don't know for sure.
Well, where did you last have the glove?
Well, that would have been in Merryport, and I gave it to this young lad, Riven, and I think he said he was going to take it to the cleaning crew.
The cleaning crew, right? Well,
Hmm.
either way, I think something you've made's been used to hurt some people.
Oh, God.
Yeah, us. You're
No,
looking at
I-
the people got hurt.
Yeah,
I'm
my
ta-
pants are soaked with swamp
Yeah, look at that.
water.
Yeah, she
Yo,
peed herself.
I didn't
That's
pee
what that's-
myself, but
Also, like,
That's what that
um,
smell is.
also, I think
Hey.
like 4 people died.
Oh, God. Is this what I read about in the newspaper?
Yeah, it might. Well, I don't
Yep.
know. Is it? I haven't seen the newspaper. I don't want to say yes until if you got one, I can confirm.
sorry,
Well,
I just said yes because I mean, what else do you think it is, bud? Huh?
Oh, God. Right. Well, the only way that I know about dealing with this, I mean, did you manage to best them?
Oh yeah, I dealt with that, no bother.
And they were
Agatha,
gone. They-
Give him your little,
Well-
your little thing. You got this little
Well,
puddle.
they kind of the big ones disappeared and then came back and then sort of ran away into like the water fountain into the drain. I did have this like little one, and then she'll like rummage through her bag again, taking a minute to find it. And then she's like, "This thing here, but it went a wee bit off."
Oh yeah, I can see that. Jesus, definitely from Orchidia. That you go, dunk, just like takes the lid off and sort of has a look inside. And goes, "Yep, yeah, that looks a bit like what I've done." Puts a finger in jail. Yeah, that'll be it. Puts it in and here you go. You want it back?
Aye, sure. And then she's gonna. Will it hurt me or do anything bad if she just takes it, opens it, and drinks it?
Oh no!
Let's have a think.
It's like swamp water and things she's built up on, like she's used to that kind of thing. And if it's
imagine
Orchidian
immunity.
swamp water that I'm like, she'd be like, "Oh, it's like my teas."
You know what? I'm going to say that you can do it and you'll be fine because,
Okay.
like you mentioned, you're from there. It's like, you know, when you go on holiday and they say don't drink the tap water.
Yeah.
It's fine for anybody that's there, but as soon as
Yeah.
you're not from there,
Like,
it's a problem.
seeing as it didn't kill him, she's going to take it, kind of like give a little sniff, recognize the familiar swamp waters, and then chug it back.
Oh, be careful with that. You don't want that stuff lining your lungs.
Oh, don't
See,
eggs.
don't
The thing that I
worry.
made, it kind of like doesn't really move the water by controlling the water. It's more just like around it. It sounds like you beat them. They've come back. You've got to try and dissolve that film. The
Well,
only
how,
thing I really know that does that is some special moss.
where would we find that?
Well, closest places would probably be. Oh, I guess it'd be near the fungal forest. It's not in the forest, but you'd have to go through there, and that's a bit of
Oh,
work.
that place is haunted. Are you telling us we need to go up into the pale moss?
Well, either through. Well, it's not that moss. No, it's some special moss. So you get through the fungal woods, and at the other side of that, you go across the bridge, and there's a place there called Tadpole's Rest. And
Oh, that's a lot safer. Yeah, we don't want to go where the Creakings live. A lot of people die up there.
Yeah.
you've still got to go through the woods though, and I've heard that witch has moved in there and all. So if you can get there and you can get some of that moss from Tadpole's Rest, bring it back here, and I might be able to help you out. I can maybe, I don't know, upgrade your weapons, coat them, or something like that.
Okay, well, that sounds good then. We'll come back to you when we've got it, dear.
All right. I mean, it sounds like if you're going to come, if you manage this right, you want to go back to Orchidia. That thing doesn't have big range on it. It has probably about 100 meters maximum. So whatever's
Okay,
controlling
so-
that water, it would have been there.
Okay, thank you for the help, son.
No worries. You look after yourselves, all right?
You too.
You too.
Right. Man, I'm glad we didn't have to beat this one up.
Oh, I know. I kept my
Are we
mouth
just gonna
shut for that one.
overlook that he murdered 4 people because of his water experiments.
Well,
we
he
just gonna
didn't
overlook
murder 4 people. That's like saying you murdered people, but it's just one of your knives that stabbed someone else.
Oh yeah, it's definitely just my knives.
Exactly. So I think right now we'll definitely tell Felix where he is and whatnot, which we know, but I don't think he meant harm with it. I think he's got a good intention.
Yeah, I think he just got a little ahead of himself with his experiments. That's what it sounds like.
Though we
Yeah.
really
I
should
think
get
he's okay,
going
though.
before another one
Yeah.
of those cracks open up, because I'm not sure I'll be as quick on my feet with it, Dennis.
If I fall,
Yeah.
I'm killing Victor.
So at this point, it is setting into the late afternoon. The sun is beginning to set somewhat. It's kind of like golden hour almost that you're entering into. And if you'd like, you can try and make your way to Tadpole's Rest. There are basically 2 directions you can wander. So if you'd like, I can pitch to you the 2 options and you can decide what you'd like to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
The first of which is if you just basically follow the Road Builders Guild down the path, you know, from the official paths coming from the Lush Copper Mine, you can go across the river, you'll go via the Road Builders Guild, maybe get to see some of the admin and blueprint work they do there, and then you can go across one of their purpose-made bridges and walk through the intended path through the woods. Or there is the option to try and take a shortcut by simply going to that fork in the road, but instead basically hugging the northern end of the fungal island. So this like kind of fungal forest island is its own entity. So you could try coming across the river from the top. That will be a bit of a river traversal, which might be a tricky feat. And you could get onto the fungal island from there and not have to go quite as deep into its depths. So it's up to you what you would like to do.
Listen, gang. Feel like we're losing time on this. What do you say we take a little bit of a shortcut?
You want to go in the river? I mean, your pants already look bad, so I guess it would be fine.
I mean, it's a little, yeah. It's selfish purposes. I want to go to the river to wash my pants, and then also it's a bit of a shortcut, but there might be some dangers along the way. What are you all feeling?
I think we can handle danger, but how about Abuelita over here? How are you gonna cross the water? Are you just gonna maybe, I don't know, does Dennis float?
Dennis, can you swim?
I don't think I've ever tried.
That's fair. How big is the river? Like, is it just one that's like we're gonna wander through, or is it like up to here kind of vibes?
It's quite a deep one, and because not too far from here, the waters actually begin to change as you approach a place called Isla Bonita, and a lot of the fish around here start to become quite tropical. There's the introduction of various pufferfish and other nasties in the river, so this isn't going to be an easy traversal. This will be a little river crossing expedition, and there is the chance of being bested by it. What I will say, the trade-off is that you'll probably get there a bit quicker, but if you decide to go the Road Builders Guild way, you probably all will need to mark as stress because it's a longer round route. It's a more arduous trip. So it's up to you.
What's the rule in using spells in slightly different ways than what they're meant to be? So, like, I have
hit me with it.
Something called Vicious Entangle, which means that, like, I cause roots to go out and, like, wrap around people. Is there an option for basically making roots come out from, like, the other side of the river to, like, drag me across?
I would say in this scenario, the berth is probably too wide in order to assist you. Maybe as you get closer, that might be an option as you're, like, making your way across. But, yeah, this is very much going to have to be a bobbing along situation to begin with.
Okay. Well, I'll manage most things, dude. I'm used to wrangling catfish in the swamp. I can manage a little swim here.
I say we take the shortcut then.
Shortcut it is. I like the danger. Let's go.
Nice. Okay. I think I've got a river sound here. Oh, it's got waves. Waves might do the trick. Let's try that. Oh, that's good. I'm going to turn that up a little bit more. Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, basically you wander down from the Lush Copper Mines workshop and you manage to reach the water, and you can see at the opposite end is your destination. It's the Fungal Forest Island. The sun is getting even lower now, and you begin to try and cross these waters as an entire group. So this is something I've not done before. This is actually, as opposed to an enemy, this is like an environmental challenge, which is quite fun. So I've got a D4 here, and basically it's going to begin on 4, and we're going to try and get this tick down to 0, I believe. So I guess it's really up to whoever would like to try and cross it first, to kind of make their first steps across it. So from what I can gather, in fact, I'm going to open this on DAGGERHEART Nexus because it will probably read better on there. Let me just grab it. There we go. But yeah, basically the currents here are quite strong, so this is going to be a tricky one to get across. So this has a difficulty of 10 in order to participate in this. So I believe what I need you to do is, I'm assuming these are agility rolls. Requires you to complete a progress countdown. Anybody that rolls with a fear gets targeted by the undertow. So that is a thing that we can do here, which is good. So, who is going to be first to try and get across here?
I can jump it. I got it. My last agility was great. You know, I feel good today. I feel like I could do anything. I'm gonna try to do a big leap over it.
Nice. I don't know whether this actually is lent into by agility. Let me do a really quick Google.
I got a +1.
Do you do agility rolls for Raging River? DAGGERHEART. Or I don't know if it's just a straight dice roll. Yeah, I would say because this is challenging movement, we'll do agility rolls for this.
Alright,
So
good.
Lazarus takes the first plunge into the waters, and we'll see how things progress from here. So if you can roll me an agility roll, so on your sheet, that's looking like a +1 to
plus
agility.
one.
Nice.
All right, so this one I got a 10 with fear.
A 10 with fear. Okay, that does just
So +1.
manage to meet the difficulty.
Yes.
Oh wait, did you say +1?
Yeah, I had a +1 because of the
Oh, that's
agility.
including the +1. Okay, cool, gotcha. So the countdown does manage to drop down to a 3. You enter the waters, but it's a lot more difficult than you're expecting. You've barely managed to keep yourself afloat here. You've kind of been submerged for a moment, and you're popping up and trying to stay up and about. And I think because of that, I would like you to mark a stress for me, because you've not had the cleanest of entries inside of here. You're still afloat. You're not getting pulled into the undertow, but it's a tricky one.
Let's go. I did it, guys. I did it. Come on out. Let's go.
Let's go. All right, that
Barely.
gives me the courage to try it. So I'm going to take a couple steps back, rub my hands together, and I'm going to take a running leap.
Ooh, okay, nice.
And I get a 15 with fear.
15 with fear.
Yeah.
So again, absolutely succeeds. We're down to a 2. This is going oddly quite well at the moment. So you managed to launch into the water. You say you did a running jump into it.
A running jump, yep.
Nice. Okay, so you managed to plunge into there, and you kind of like come up like that, and you're making your way towards Lazarus, and Lazarus is starting to make some steady progress across there. And I think that's where we'll carry on from there for the meanwhile. So Rin is in, Lazarus is in, you're crossing the waters over here. And I think what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to spend 1 fear, because there's been so many disturbances in the water. You've caught the attention of a glass snake. And the glass snake, you just see it kind of merge through the surface, and it shares a similar kind of sheen and shimmer to the water elemental from before, but you can see that it's not the same kind of creature or device. This is very much just a regular kin of the river. And I think it's probably going to try and attack Urin as the most recent entry.
Rin
Not bigger than me.
hates snakes so much.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that will
Immediately
be-
she catches eyes and she's like, no.
So that is going to be a 13 to hit.
My evasion's 13.
Oh, okay, so the rule in
Match or
Daggerheart meets it, beats it, which is good.
Whew.
And then we're going to do a dice roll of an 8. That is not an 8. Which one's 8? That one's 8.
Yeah, Drift,
Big
I don't know
roll.
why you sighed of relief you've been hit. You sighed of
So that
relief,
is
but it
gonna
did hit.
be-
Oh, it
Oh,
did
yeah,
hit.
if you
No,
make
it's
it
fear.
match
Oh,
or
dang
me-
it.
yeah.
I thought it
Match
didn't.
it,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
You're getting bit.
Oh, okay. This is a passive. Apparently, I didn't even know this. So I've just managed to. We've managed to land the attack. That is going to be 5 points of physical damage. And this says armor shredding shards. On a successful attack within melee range against the snake, the attacker must mark an armor slot without receiving its benefits. They can still use armor to reduce the damage. If they can't mark an armor slot, they must also mark an additional HP.
Dang.
So I suppose right now that was 5 points of physical damage and then also 1 armor slot.
So that's like 1 HP and an armor slot
And
then?
an armor.
Yes.
No, but
yeah.
did
Oh,
it not say
dang.
the armor slot would be used to stop damage? Is that what you just said?
No, it says
You can
they
go
have to
again
mark
with
an armor
another
slot
one, right?
without receiving its benefits. You could
okay.
spend another armor
Yeah.
slot if you wanted to negate
take
this
away.
damage. It's up to you.
No, I'll take it. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Seeing this unfold, who would like to go next? I'm going to pass play back to you guys.
So, is this happening in the water or the other side of the river?
This is happening in the water, yeah. Nobody is currently out of the water as of just yet.
Would I be able to make an attack on it?
Oh, sorry. 2 seconds. I've just noticed it says that a PC who rolls a failure with fear.
Mm.
Oh, no,
Dies.
yours was a success with fear. No, you're fine. It was your roll was high enough to make progress to bring the counter down, but it was with fear, which is why I then activated my go. So yeah, you're fine. Sorry, continue.
Does Agatha have a good enough view on it to like shoot it basically, or is it?
Yeah, I would say so. Like the width of this river, I'm probably going to guesstimate is maybe about like 25 to 28 foot that we're looking across here, maybe even slightly more. So everything here falls within far range. So you
Okay.
could have a crack at it if you wanted to.
Yeah, she'll probably see the thrashing and everything going on and try with her staff to, like, shoot it.
Nice. Go ahead for an attack roll. For people asking in chat, we don't have a battle map for this. For some reason, I didn't think of this. I knew we were going to do this potentially at some point, but for some reason, I don't have a battle map for it. But it's all happening within far range, essentially. So I think basically, when you're in the water, you're in close range. If you're stood on the water's edge, either side, then I would probably deem it far. So everything can happen and exist.
Okay. That was 19 with fear.
19 with fear. That absolutely hits. Yeah, I claim a fear for that one. Lovely. And roll me your damage.
8.
8. Whew, that's a pretty good shot. Like, somehow the sharpshooting, even though this is a glass snake, there's something going on with these glasses. I don't know if they've got some special
No, I'll be
enchantment
so real. She didn't really care if she hit Ren or the snake.
Oh,
She was able to, like, there wasn't like, oh, I'm trying, like, when she shot the water elemental over like Crow the other day, she was like trying to aim over his shoulder, but for Ren, just like, if I hit that one, it doesn't really matter.
just in that general
Either way, I'm
direction.
gonna say, good one, Grandma. Thanks.
A couple of
Thanks a
shots
lot.
come out of the jewel staff, you hear boom, 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 and it just sort of like lands really close to Rin on 2 of them, and the third one connects, and the snake just goes, and like it's taken a blow, but still looking pretty feisty. Because that was with fear, that means it gets to have a go, and I'm just having a little nosy at what it can do. What's this one? I think I will go for... I think I'm going to go for this. So this is an action. Does it require a... Oh, it costs 1 stress to use. Okay. So I'm going to go for this. So it's mark a stress to make an attack against all targets within very close range, which I would assume at this point, Sausage hasn't made that much leeway, and he's turned around to stop to see what's going on. So I think Lazarus may also fall victim to this. And this is going to be damage to each of you if this lands. So I'm going to roll my d20. That is only a 5, so I don't think that's going to hit any of you. So basically, the blast from Agatha has hit the snake, and it sort of like hisses at the coastline and decides it's not going to go for it. It's thinking, right, like, you've hit me, I'm going to get your friends. And it sort of like turns around, and you notice an awkward movement in it. It's not quite as like smooth and slippery as it could be. It's actually looking more jolted, and there's a little bit of like hinging happening around like the upper third of its body. And it tries to nip away at both Rin and Lazarus, but just completely misses. And the river is carrying it across a bit. It's more, it's getting caught by the undertow ever so slightly. And then it will be back to you guys. What about Crow? What's Crow up to at this point?
Bird, come on out. What are you doing back there?
Yeah.
Help
I
us.
think Crow kind of wants to try because, I mean, he's a bird. So he could try to just take a big leap and just like glide over the river, but also to where the snake is because he wants to help, of course. Maybe.
Okay. Sure, yeah. If you want to go for that, I won't make you do any kind of agility roll on getting over to it. You can just go straight in for a glide and attack. Everyone's within a reasonable range at this point. Although I suppose you do need to be melee, don't you?
Yeah, I need to get really close. So just like glide in.
I tell you what then,
Nice
if it's because if you're on the coastline, this is probably deemed far. I think you would maybe have to use your turn to actually get to the snake to begin with. So if you can give me an agility roll, that would be good. And we'll set the difficulty for this at we'll set it at 12.
I got a 20 with fear.
Fantastic. All right. Very good. So you do manage to move into range, and you're then there alongside Rin and are able to come to assistance. And you sort of eye the snake, and it's allowed itself to kind of fall down the river a little bit, but it's now like charging up towards you. And I think it's seeing this newcomer as some potential fresh meat. And it's going to decide to try and have a go at you. So we're going to roll this. That is a measly 3. So it just thrashes towards you, and it's kind of getting pushed back again. And it thrashes towards you, and it's getting pushed back again. And you notice that the currents are starting to pick up now. And I think because of that, I'm going to spend 1 fear, and we're going to catch 1 player in the undertow. And as your attentions are focused on the snake, you just sort of hear Lazarus just sort of yelp a little bit as he gets pulled into the undertow.
Not again.
So I will say, so the difficulty for this is simply a 10. So I need you to do an agility reaction roll.
Got it. 15 with fear.
Cool, that's perfectly fine. In this situation, just so people know, nobody generates hope or fear on reaction rolls like this. So this one was just purely against the 10, and that's that. So you succeeded, which means you aren't going to be taking any damage, but you do need to mark a stress for me, because that was quite arduous for you to go through that.
Drowning again.
Yeah, this is your
Always
whole,
drowning.
this is your whole
What's
thing.
always happening to me, man?
And we'll pass play back to you guys. The
I wanna
countdown
attack
timer
the
at the moment is
snake.
still sat on a 2, just for clarity.
Yes. Attack the
Or
snake.
is it actually? Hold on. Sorry, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, no, I believe that's fine. Yeah, cool. So yeah, we're still sat on a 2 at the moment.
So we still got this snake to deal with.
The snake is still there, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I want to
would-
attack.
Are you gonna go for an attack?
I'm an angry bird flapping in the water.
Do it. Do it.
Okay. I'm gonna attack with my dagger. I draw my dagger. I see the snake in the water. I'm still flapping against the current, but I'm angry. And I'm determined to kill that snake, slice it open. So I'm gonna
So is your body submerged in the water at this point, or are you slightly above the water?
I'm like above the water, but like flapping to keep afloat.
Okay, nice. I'll
Not
tell you what
drowning
then,
it.
in that case, because you don't have the sort of the drawdown and the pull down of the water, I would say that you can probably do this roll with advantage because you've got this is your natural space. Like this is, hunting hours for you. So yeah, so go for an attack roll and you can add a D6.
Oh, there he goes.
The shadow rabbit.
Add a what?
Oh no.
There he
Aw,
is.
Got him.
So yeah, I don't know if you heard it, but you can do you do an attack roll, so you're 2d12, so you can add a d6 to it as well because you've got advantage.
Okay. I added. Wait. Do I just click on the advantage button?
Yeah, I believe so, and it should add it for you.
Okay. Yeah, added it. Okay, I'm rolling a 21 with fear.
Ooh, that is a big hit. Roll for damage for me.
Yes. That's an 8. Dang it.
Is what? Sorry, an 8.
8.
8 is great. 8's really, really good. So that's actually going to leap up into its major damage threshold. And what sort of strike do you imagine yourself doing here? Are you using the talons of your feet, or are you actually using your dagger in order to do this?
I'm using the dagger to just slice up the snake top to bottom.
Nice. So you just kind of glide over it and you just do a straight line down its back as though you're almost
Yeah.
trying to like fillet this like water snake, and you just see it go, it like coils upwards and backwards. So it coils backwards in like just pain and anguish, and now it's really starting to basically having to use all of its concentration in order to stay afloat in these waters. Who is going to be next to try and cross? I guess Agatha's not actually gotten into the water just yet.
Oh yeah, she's gonna wait until that snake's dead before she's trying to get in there. So
Okay,
she'll
fair
just take another shot.
Oh, she can take. Yeah, you can take a shot from the sideline. Yeah, absolutely.
19 with fear.
19 with fear. Man, you guys are feeding me fear. I need to know if anybody in chat knows, is there a limit on how much fear I can have? How much fear can a GM in Daggerheart have?
I think I've only rolled like with hope like twice.
What in the whole
Like
thing?
it's been that, or it's been like critical successes. Like I've had a few of those, but like my hope is full. I've not yet spent any.
So it turns out I can actually hold a maximum of 12 fear, so we're fine.
Okay.
I'm currently holding 7. Normally I would have a visual representation for this on the battle map, but for now you just know that I've got 7. And what was that? Sorry, it was a 19 with fear. did you say?
19 with fear to hit.
Nice, that's going to hit. So if you want
And
to roll
it does
damage,
6 damage.
6 damage. That also crests up into its major damage threshold, and it fells the snake. You launch the projectiles out. It goes thum, thum, thum. And this time, all 3 of the projectiles just hit each part of its body, and you notice it just absolutely splay open. Its innards just basically like flinging off. As much as it's glass, it did still have bonework and muscle inside of there, and it just pops out the other side, and you just see it drift off dormant down the river, meaning that everybody in the water is freed up a little bit.
Rin's
Are
y'all
gagging at
okay?
that though.
Y'all okay?
That
Yeah,
was
it took you guys long enough.
disgusting.
That looks like my dinner.
Crow's like grabbing some entrails as it
Yeah,
passes.
can Crow please go take some?
To be fair, Crow never ate this morning.
Yeah, it's so true.
You didn't
that's
join
true.
us
Yeah,
at
look
the
it down.
breakfast.
Yeah,
Take a bite.
Take a bite. Take a bite.
Take a bite. Come on.
Do it.
Crow eats the entire
It's when-
Damn.
gulp
I-
it
I
down
just-
without
I-
chewing.
I just imagine like cartoonist goes down the river and just goes and just lets the river fish in.
Just floating there,
Yeah.
just
Let the
like a
current
conveyor
take it in the
belt.
mouth. Yeah.
Very good. I suppose then it's time for anybody else to try and get across this river. So we need an attempt at passing it. Remember, the
gonna say,
difficulty's 10.
Agatha's
so if you do an agility
probably
roll.
gonna get in then, seeing as she's the only one still on the sides.
Okay, sure.
Right. That is 12 plus 6, 15 with hope.
15 with hope. Nice. So mark yourself a hope. And that absolutely works. So
She's gonna
you
like hike
hop
up
on
her,
in-
her skirt, even though it's not gonna actually matter because she's seen how deep it is, but she still hikes it up to like get in.
You notice that it is considerably colder than the waters that you were bathing in just this morning back over in
that's a bit
Merriport.
nippy.
And it's probably because one, the sun is setting now and the day's warmth has passed, but also it's this awkward in between where the waters are beginning to change, and you can probably assume that Isla Bonita a little further down is going to be starting to warm up. Like the hue difference happens over there. But yeah, our countdown goes to 1, and because that was with hope, you guys get to go again.
From like a visual standpoint, all they will see is basically like this amount of Agatha above the water, but her staff still sticking up with Doris just like sat at the top of it kind of thing. So she's like
Nice.
swimming just like that, like a little crocodile.
I like the idea as well that as you go out, you're likely using your what was the move called? Vicious Entangle.
Yeah.
To slowly start formulating a bridge behind you. So you see it's almost like the land is trying to follow you across as you're in preparations for building a bridge for little Dennis to come across. Who else would like to have a go at crossing the river?
Well, I'm almost there, so I might as well just give it one more big leap out of the water like a little dolphin. I could try
Yeah,
to
if
see
you
I
make
can
this
finish
final
it off.
push, you'll then be able to kind of help from the land to get everybody else across.
Yes. So it's agility, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. One more. Oh, okay. My numbers are low this time, so 6 with hope.
6 with hope. Let me just check.
It's my
So that
first
is
hope,
with the-
actually.
It's a failure with fear. Oh yeah, make sure you add your hope as well. You get to keep
Yeah,
that.
I just did. Yeah.
Okay. So in that case, you're trying to push and make your way towards the coastline. Hasn't been enough to get across just yet, but you're still making steady progress. And there's nothing wrong with this. There's no need to mark a stress or anything. Where you're marking with hope, you're just really focused in at the moment, and just trying to get across to the other side. I guess then it's my go, because it was a failure. I think I am going to. I think I'm going to spend 1 fear in order to pull Agatha into the undertow potentially.
All right.
So Agatha, if you can make an agility reaction roll for me,
God.
we're going to see whether this stick ends up getting caught on any kind of debris or rocks that's going to prevent you from moving quite as easily.
That is 18 with fear.
Ooh, okay. So I guess I don't gain a fear on this kind of thing. So an 18 is enough, fortunately. So you manage to, you feel a little stagger and motion where it feels like your stick has gotten caught between some of the water beneath you, but you manage to prise it free and you just carry on bobbing along and you're living your
Poor
living your life
Doris
through the
is like
water.
holding on for dear life.
Yeah. Doris is not a fan of water. Who would like to go next to try and cross? We are down to 1 on the countdown timer currently.
What does the countdown timer mean? Like,
Yeah, what does that mean?
When you complete it, this will be over and you'll be across to the
okay.
other side.
We crossed it. Yeah.
I would say that Rin is pretty shaken up with fear at the moment. She's a little bit too shaken up to move by herself, so she's kind of starting to move towards Agatha to grab onto that staff to get across.
You have had to go back slightly in order to do that, so it's a little
Yes.
stunt on your progression. I almost feel like saying you need to roll with disadvantage if you do that. You're being counterproductive to the cause
Ooh.
at hand.
You know
But
what?
the difficulty is only a 10, so
Okay, it shook her up pretty bad, so I'm gonna try it.
Okay, nice. So we'll do 2d12s with agility and disadvantage. So take a d6 off of that and
So
see how that plays out.
a disadvantage, it'll just be it added the cube. That's
Yes,
right.
yeah,
Right.
that's
Okay.
a
Yeah.
d6, yeah.
Okay. Oh, I got a 22 with hope.
Nice,
Whoa.
fantastic. So mark a hope, and that gets added into your pool, and that takes our countdown to 0. Basically, what happens from this point onwards is Agatha just goes. You just like hear her saying she's offering you some assistance, but can't vocalize it properly at the moment. And the two of you make your way across, and Crow just very easily wanders over, and you can see Lazarus potentially try to reach up and grab the tail of Crow on the way by, misses it. Wasn't quite dexterous enough to reach that, and you all get across, and the bridge from Agatha's entangling vines comes right the way over, and as you get closer to that side, the vines actually begin to meet you from this end. And the remainder of you can start kind of using it like a.
I was kind of imagining one would have wrapped around Agatha and just pulled her for the rest of the way.
Yeah, once it reaches far enough across, it's then going to start just drawing you in, making the remainder of the traversal that little bit easier. And you have done it. That is your first environmental
Yay.
thing, which is fun.
Lived.
I've not run
Yay.
one of those before. So just for context, some things that could have happened. If I pulled you into the undertow by spending a fear, which I did a few times, if you'd have failed the roll, then you would have taken 1d6 plus 1 of physical damage. And you would have moved down the river a bit as well. So next time if I ever do this, I will certainly have a map for it and things like that. And you'd also become vulnerable as well. So there's a lot of undertow nastiness that can happen.
Cool.
And then aside from that, I can spend a fear to summon a snake, which we did. And then there's also just generally the trying to cross the path. If anybody had ever rolled a failure with fear, which I don't think did happen, then that would have immediately undertowed that player.
Because I was going to say,
Oh,
Sausage
no.
got a fear, but with hope, or fail with hope. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
was real close to
I
happening.
got lucky with that
Dang.
one. And that was
Yep.
my first poke, too. Everything else has been fear.
Oh.
So you've managed to get across the river. You know what? Seeing as we're at let's try this one here. Let's keep the river in here a little bit as well, I think, because you're still somewhat close to the river. In fact, there's an actual river one there. There we go. Bring the ambience down a bit. So you've managed to cross the river. At this point, it's taken a bit longer than expected. It probably took you a good 20, 25 minutes to get across here, and some of the last of the sunlight now is beginning to set. Golden hour has passed, and there's kind of a red haze that is descending over the world of misadventures. And you're coming into the fungal island from the very northern stretch. The tree line here gets very dense very quickly, and you basically decide that to try and make use of the little light that you've got, you want to probably wander up the hill a little bit, and you're cresting towards the top, and you're looking around. And I'm just curious whether you are just going to try and guesstimate which direction you're going to go, or whether you're going to try and kind of sneak on and join onto the Road Builders Guild path. What are you feeling?
So are we in, did you say it was a mushroom island?
It's the fungal island. I wish I had a screenshot to show you of the map, because it's in Misadventures. It's basically the whole island is covered in mushrooms. It's the island where Maeve Emberhart's cottage
It's
is.
Maeve's place. Okay, yeah.
It's
I
that
see.
island that you're on at the moment. So you've just come in from the northern end of it, and you've kind of gone up the hill a little bit. So it's about whether you want to try and find the path to find your way to the Road Builders Guild path, or whether you want to just kind of guesswork your way through it. You know that you need to try and come off of this island to the east. So you're going to have to go through quite a lot of dense tree lines in order to get there.
Well,
I see we've been through enough, and we just hit for that path, right? Because we almost
Yeah.
drowned back there.
I mean, I know my way around these woods really well, I would say. I'm pretty good at it, but I'm gonna, let you all have a break, and I say we go over to the road.
I'm down for whatever, dearie.
Fine.
I can go in the forest or the paths.
I mean, I wouldn't
Nice.
mind another snake dinner, but yeah, we gotta keep safe.
I think we
I'm
want to
hungry.
get the. Well, I'd say whatever we think the quickest route will be is the one we should do.
So the quickest route probably wouldn't utilize the Road Builders Guild path. You'd probably have to tread a bit further south than you might like to in order to get to it. So you're going to be kind of carving a bit of a sort of like a slope shape if you wanted to make your way that way. I think with Rin being confident that they know the way around here, it might be worth doing a knowledge roll. So if you give me one of those, we'll set the difficulty for this at a... Let's go for a 15.
15. Okay.
Could Agatha...
I got a.
Oh, you go.
Sorry. I got a 6 with hope.
6 with hope.
That's okay,
So
good luck.
I don't think you know this is woods as much as you, you said you did.
Pretty confident I've been here once or twice before. Listen, all woods are the same, okay?
Maybe in your pea-stained dreams.
Okay,
As-
okay.
Feel free to tell me I can't do this, but
Yeah,
would
sure.
I be able to use my like one with the land experience to kind of like feel into the soil and sort of like figure out like just like the magic essences of not like a direct where to go, but like kind of, you know, like almost like Pocahontas where like the wind carries some leaves in a certain way, like.
So what I'll say with that is I reckon... So basically the way that an experience works, if you want to use it in this context, it would have been that you would have spent a hope in order to add 2 to Rin's roll.
Okay.
But I think even if you did that, because what was it again? Was it a 6 with hope, you
6.
said?
Yeah, it was a 6.
So it was still like far below it anyway. So like you might as well save and hold on to
Okay.
your hope.
In which
So-
case,
Mhm.
could I talk to the trees?
Yeah, you can
I
have
can
a try.
nature's tongue to talk with the plants and animals around me.
Yeah,
So-
let's go for it. So you need, what
An
is it?
instinct roll
An
of
instinct
12.
roll. You got to get 12 or more. On a success, they'll give you information they know. On a roll with fear, their knowledge might be limited or come at a cost. Yeah, sure. Let's go for it.
14 with fear.
A 14 with fear. Okay. I'm going to mark down a fear for myself.
Also, it says while within a natural environment. What does that mean?
I do not
'Cause
know.
it says
Additionally,
there's a
before
nat-
you make a spellcast roll while within a natural environment, you can spend a hope
Forest?
to gain a +2 bonus to the roll. But I mean, you already.
I've done
achieved
it. It
with
was just one
14
of those
anyway.
that like I just wanted to know for next time. Like, what does like does natural environment mean that like I could use that if I'm in nature, or is it like I
That's what I
preferred,
think.
like,
My interpretation of that is if you're in somewhere like this, like a dense
Yeah.
woodland, you'd be able to use that. Whereas if you were in, say, like a city and you were talking to a potted plant
yeah.
or something like that, then that's not its typical environment.
Mm-hmm.
That, at least that's the way I've been reading it.
Okay.
So yeah, what is it you'd like to talk to? So around you at the moment, you're entering the dense tree line of the fungal forest, and at this point there are as many mushrooms, tall and small, as there are tall trees, but all of them are absolutely devouring what little bits of moonlight are now beginning to bleed through the cracks. Every step feels unnecessarily loud that you're taking. You can feel them echo and ripple out, and the mushrooms are reacting and just little puffs of spores and smoke as you step and wander by, but you can choose to speak to whatever you would like here.
She's gonna kind of find like what either looks like the biggest tree or mushroom with like the most kind of like roots around, something that feels like it's been here the longest time, kind of thing. And she's gonna kind of, I'm trying to figure out if like, does this work in the same way that like talk to animals do, where like it'll just chat to me and I have to ask questions, or can it work in like a feeling the flow of nature to kind of like lead her? Like, what's the process?
This one to me seems conversational because it literally
Okay.
says when you want to speak to plants and animals around you. So
Okay.
yeah, I would say this is going to be a bit more of a back and forth. So if you would like to speak to the tree with the big, or the tree or the mushroom with the biggest presence, I would assume you'd probably need to walk towards the peak of the island, the hill of it, if you will, because that's where the full central body of everything comes in. But you do notice that as you tread and wander into this area, that not only has it gotten darker with everything encroaching in, a little bit of that light is coming back. And it's that same trickery that you saw on the mailman's rat, where things are starting to look different colors every time you sort of move your head slightly. And you're all now beginning to notice as well that there's a strange deception happening where the world is slowly losing color. And among the sparse grassy spots that are going from like green to grey to like a really dark grey. The only thing that really stands out in this place at the moment are like really bold white and yellow flowers. But in front of you, you see a very tall tree, dark in color, tall hanging branches, and in the center of it, you see a strange glowing orange core. And that is probably the most prominent figure that is around in terms of natural growth.
She's gonna toddle up to the big tree, and sort of like put her hand on the side, and sort of be like, Nature, I need you to speak to me at the moment. I need help.
What is it?
Well, I'm just a little bit lost, and we're trying to find, what was the tadpoles thing? What's it called?
Called Tadpole's Rest.
Okay. We're trying to go towards Tadpole's Rest, and I need to know the quickest way there.
I've never heard of this place. I've always been here, and I always will be.
Yeah, but
You want rest, I want rest.
you look like an awful mighty creature. I thought you'd have roots going out everywhere.
I only reach the waters. I could try and commune with my more mobile parts, but that might take a moment.
That's fine. That would be lovely if you don't mind.
Grandma, give her a candy. Give it a candy. Do it.
It's a fucking tree, dearie.
Yeah, no, give me the candy. Don't worry about the tree. Give me the candy, Grandma.
Just gonna like turn back to the tree.
I'm never gonna get this stupid candy. Everyone gets my favorite.
So you're waiting on something, anything to happen.
Well,
And it
it's
takes a
alright.
little
She's gonna
while.
like have a little like sniff at some of the flowers, like you said, little yellowy ones, and
Yeah, so there's the little yellow and white flowers. They give off a strange kind of pollen. The pollen kind of dances on its own, and any collections of pollen that are large enough that are coming off the plant actually turn into like tiny little butterflies that just kind of trickle onwards and upwards and out. Not dense enough of a trail of them that it creates almost like a campfire smoke plume. It's just they're flittering off into the night sky.
They'll be here in a moment. Now, what do the six of you want, aside from direction?
no, that was pretty much it, dear. We just needed direction. We're trying to find someone that's using some magic to hurt people.
And all of a sudden, you just hear, and behind you, you turn around and see that crow has been set upon by two half-red masked, cloaked figures that have emerged out of the tree line. So let's pull up the old, battle map.
Oh,
Where
let's
is
go.
It's this one just here.
Oh, these guys again.
So it is. Give me just a moment. So we've got you there. You're here. I would imagine Agatha's talking to the. I guess if we do this tree here, that there, you're still close enough to be talking to Agatha, and you're there. So what we've got is this, and I'll show my chat this as well. Sorry, I've not got it up on the screen for them at the moment.
As well.
There we go. Oh, that all moved like after the fact. That was weird. So if I press this button here, there we go. Lovely. All right, cool. So yeah, what you notice is there is actually two members over here that are basically yeah, there are two members that are here. In fact, everyone close your eyes for 2 seconds.
Closing.
Boom. All right, nice.
Can I look?
You can look now.
Okay.
Okay, so you turn around and you've had a crow, and basically Crow has been grabbed by these cloaked assassins, if you will. You already recognize some of the adornments that they have from earlier on today. These are very much people from the Scarlet Vale, and they've seemingly followed you here into the depths of the Pale Oak Woods, and they are looking for revenge. And I think basically the first one is going to take a strike at Crow, seeing as it is absolutely within melee range. So let me pull up the encounter here. Where is it? We got Creaking Woods. There we are. And it's going to go for a roll. That is going to be a 6 to hit, which I don't think it will, right, Crow?
No, my evasion is 12. Ah!
So with that, you actually manage to kind of like bump backwards and manage to kind of like step ever so slightly away. It's not a huge distance that you've managed to traverse, but you've managed to go from melee range just to the edge of very close range. And I will pass play. Oh, I suppose that would have had advantage as well. So that what was that 6 and roll a d6. That was 3, so that was 9. It still wouldn't have hit. And play passes to you guys.
Okay, so
Oh, sorry.
I
You
want to
go ahead.
retaliate. Yeah, Crow's like super angry. It's like ambush, and then he turns around, takes out his dagger, and tries to strike at the enemy.
Nice. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that thing I mentioned before about like naming them. So let's have this be number 1, have this one be number 2, just so we know exactly which one it is. So are you attacking number 1 or number 2 here?
Who attacked me? Was it number 1?
Number 1, yeah. So number 1, yeah, I'd say number 1 had you from behind. Basically got you around the neck and was trying to put a knife into you. But as the hand rose up, you managed to kind of bust and break away from it and didn't manage to pull it off.
Because I'm a pro. Ah!
It's my favorite ongoing
Yep.
bit. It's great. I love the commitment to the character. I love
It's
it.
also just, it catches me off guard every single time.
Yeah.
Bird
So you want to go
noises.
for number 1 you mentioned, yeah?
Yeah, I go for number 1 with an
Sweet.
attack with my dagger.
Nice. So let's have a look at that. That's within melee range, I'd say. Go ahead and roll me some damage. Roll me an attack roll.
13 with hope.
13 with hope. Okay, so collect a hope for yourself. That attack will land. So if you want to go ahead and roll me some damage, that would be great.
That's 11.
11. Okay, brilliant. That is an absolutely whopping attack that you've managed to throw out to it. You lunge immediately back at this character, and you basically just lunge in straight away with the knife. And in a similar fashion to what you did to the guy this morning, you do this kind of like a cross strike, and foolishly, I don't know if it's something they've been taught in their ranks, but it raises its arm up, and what it thinks may have been some form of protection with the leather, it just absolutely melts beneath the sharpness of your blade, and it manages to take the sleeve and go, and you manage to get it, and that immediately fells him, and it's just, you've caught and nicked something inside of there, and it immediately drops to the ground, and has been felled. Like, that was unbelievably quick.
Damn, that was easy.
Wait, he's dead?
Yeah, dead immediately.
Dang,
It was
C's.
a strike.
Wow.
That was cool.
But he messes with the crow.
Where is it? Boom. There we go.
A man of few
Um,
words, but many squawks.
At least one of these is useful.
Hey, wait a minute. Okay, that's it. I'm going after this one. I can't take this anymore. I think he's thinking I don't have nothing on me. I got this. You know what? I'm gonna do the biggest rain of blades the world has ever seen. I'm gonna go take this guy down.
Ooh. Okay. Hit me with it. Is that going to be on to, I guess, on to number 2? Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, so I get first strike also, right? So I get first strike. I can put that on there.
So long as
as
the
long as it
attack
hits,
hits, yeah,
yeah.
you'll be doing some good damage here.
Okay, so yeah, first strike, and you know what? No, I'm not gonna. Okay, I calm down a little bit. I'm not gonna use my rain of blades. It's really only when there's multiple people around and there's only one guy left. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna kill him. I'm just gonna kill him right now
Go for it.
with
Give me
my
a
blade.
damage roll.
Damage roll, blade now.
Oh, sorry, not damage roll. An
Oh,
attack
which one?
roll. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, wait, attack. Okay. With the regular dagger, right?
So this will be your 2d12. So with your character sheet, that will be with your +2 finesse on that. Yeah.
Plus 2 finesse. Okay, I got it. And boom. 19 with fear. Let's go.
Whoa! Finally got something going on with that.
Nice.
Nice.
Let's do it. I told you it was coming.
So as a reminder for people that don't know, Lazarus is from the Executioner's Guild as an assassin, and one of its kind of like class traits, if you will, is that for the very first strike that lands successfully during battle, it will double the damage of the attack. So if you now roll your damage, which is 1d8 plus 3, whatever that result is, we're gonna double it up.
All right, 1d8 plus 3, let's say. 1d8 plus 3 and roll. It says 4
4. Oh wait, so did you roll 1 on the D8?
I think it was just 1 on the DA. Yeah. Do I do it different? Because I did a custom roll.
Oh no, that's fine. So you got 1 on the D8 plus the 3 for the physical. Now I
Yeah.
don't know whether we double the dice or if we double all of it. I assume it's all of it, and I'm going to say it is.
'cause
So
it's
you're
the
going to
first
lunge forwards and you're going to do 8 points of damage to number 2. And again, in a similar fashion, these guys really are nothing against any of you. You lunge forwards, an almighty strike, and just manage to absolutely drop this fella. Where he stands, no contest. The Scarlet Veil pales in comparison to the guilds that the two of you are from. But as this happens,
There will be no fighting on my grounds.
and this is only Agatha hears this, and all of a sudden, there is an eruption as by the foot of the tree over here, and from this clearing over here, you see 2. Basically, just like one emerges from the ground by the big tree itself, and the other one kind of lumbers around the corner. Suddenly, there are these 2 tall humanoid-shaped trees, numerous eyes glowing in the same fashion as the pale flowers that have been around you. And one of them is just going to lunge straight towards the 2 of you, and it's going to go for its first attack. So it's going to be... Trying to think what to do here. I'm just going to read its passives because I'm trying to remember those. So it can be spotlighted up to 2 times per GM turn. Spend a fear as usual. So it's going to get to go twice here. Okay, so that's fine. Beginning of combat. So I don't need to worry about that one. So I think, yeah, to begin with, it's going to go for just a regular attack. And this has got very close range. I think it's going to go for you first, Sausage, just because you were sort of the loudest and proudest out of the 2 of you. So I'm going to roll a d20. That is a measly 4. Plus 2 is going to be 6, which I don't think beats your evasion.
No, I got 12.
So it just kind of tries to do like this 2-handed slam in your direction. And you just do the most minuscule little like hop back. It hasn't phased you whatsoever. And it sort of comes up and it tries to take both of its arms then and do a sideways sweeping motion in the direction of Crow, which is an 8 plus 2. So that's 10 to hit. Does that land?
No, I have 12.
12. So in that case, then it swings around. Nothing happens. And it has completely failed its current standing. I'm going to spend a fear to spotlight this other one as well. So this one can get into the fray straight away too. And it was communing well with Agatha, but it doesn't have much of an opinion on Rin. So it's going to go for Rin to begin with. So I'm going to roll a d20. That is a 3. Gosh, these guys, they're newborns. They don't know what they're doing, but they're going
Weak
for the movements anyway.
They're so cute.
And then it in frustration, so it's seen what's happened to its teammate. Nothing's gone well for it, and it tries to slam against you, utterly fails, and then it's going to mark a stress to try and do something a little bit extra. It's going to do what is called a horrible cry. So it's able to attack anything within far range, which just about clips everybody in this situation, even Agatha, who didn't have any aggro on her a moment ago. So I'm going to do 1 roll. And that is a 5, which is going to hit nobody. This dice is cursed.
Agatha's basically deaf. She didn't hear it.
Yeah. It's just going to like go for the attack on Rin. And as it like stands upwards, tall and proud, it's just going to go. Yeah. And that just echoes through the woodland, and no good comes of it. And play passes back to you guys.
Rin's just gonna stare at that tree and just go like, what was that? But then she's gonna focus in on it, and I would like to try using my Ranger's focus. This is spending a hope and make an attack against a target. On success, deal your attacks normal damage and temporarily make the attack's target your focus. Until this feature ends, or you make a different creature your focus, you gain the following benefits. You know precisely what direction they're in. When you deal damage to them, they must mark a stress. And when you fail an attack against them, you can end your Ranger's focus feature to re-roll your duality dice.
Sure. Okay. Oh, that one's wordy, isn't it? Bloody hell.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So do I just do the attack roll on that?
Yeah, let me read it again. So spend a hope, make an attack against the target. So yeah, so I'd say for now, let's start with your 2d12. It looks like it's got a +1 on that because it's inside the window. So yeah, it's +1 because I'm pretty sure that's on your weapon, isn't it? Yeah, the dagger. Oh, actually, have you got the dagger or the bow on?
I've got the dagger.
The dagger. Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it.
So I got a 16 with fear.
16 with fear. So I will mark a fear for that, but that absolutely is going to land. So we move on to step number 2 then, which is it's going to be your focus. So that this one over here is your focus. So I guess if I pop a little number on it, we'll have number 1 and we'll have number 2. There we go, lovely. And that's that. And then what does it say? Precisely what direction they're in. When you deal damage to them, they must mark a stress. When you fail against them, you can end your focus to re-roll your duality. Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess just roll for damage now then.
Cool. So I just do another d12.
This will be your damage now. So it's 1d8 + 1.
Oh, I see. Hold on a second. 1d8 + 1. Sorry, +1. Wait, I'm so confused. Where am I?
So you can either do it on that ability itself, or if you just go back up to your weapon,
I
and
see
you can
it.
just click on the
I'll do
+1
it there.
finesse.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. I got 24 with fear.
Wait, what?
Yeah, what?
On
No,
1d8?
you're only doing damage. You're just clicking the damage dice.
You've
part.
already succeeded the attack.
Oh,
so you're clicking
wait,
on
where
your
am I
weapon.
clicking that?
Basically,
I'm so
just where
lost.
your
So-
bow damage is. Under your primary weapon, the thing you normally click to hit your bow. Just hit that.
So you just click the +1 finesse on your dagger.
Oh, I see it. Hold on. I see it. Got it. I was like, that's not right. 2.
2. Okay, and is that including the +1?
Yeah, that's including the +1.
Womp womp.
Whoa.
Damn. Okay. So you take your first attempt at basically going for a strike. You've got your dagger out in front of you, and you give a shrug, and you just try your first attempts at it, and you do manage to kind of like hit the front of it, and a couple of pieces of bark chip off, and you start to see its white innards. And it sort of flinches backwards ever so slightly, but it is particularly unfazed by this strike that you've just done on it. And that was with fear, wasn't it? That attack.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to be their turn to go now. By the way, you guys are screwed. I've changed my
Oh, he's
D20.
oh no.
No.
Oh, don't do it.
Chat have been screaming at me to retire the dice. So let's see if this will fare any better. That is a 15. Good start. Good
it.
start.
To do what?
So this is going to be a retaliation attack on Rin at the moment. So you've sort of taken a little bit of bark off the front of it, and it's going to be a retaliation attack. Christ, that is a strong attack. Give me a moment. I actually get to roll a d12 for once. It's a bit of a novelty. There we go. So that is d12 and I roll 3. That is going to be 3 + 4. So that's going to be 7 points of physical damage coming into you.
So that's a mark. Or sorry, no, my evasion is 13.
Say
I
again,
got
sorry.
a 15 to hit.
Oh, it got a 15 to hit? Yeah, my
did,
evasion's
yeah.
13. Oh, dang. Okay. So does that mean I get a mark on my HP?
What's your
Uh,
minor damage?
My minor damage is 7.
Oh yeah.
You'll be taking
Oh, did I
2.
say it was 7 just then? It was
You got
3
1.
plus. I got 3 + 4. So yeah, that will actually be major damage for you then in that case.
Ooh, yeah, but it
Oh,
meets it. It's
no.
over.
That'll
yeah,
be 2 HP.
Oh,
no.
no. Could I use some of my armor too?
Yeah, you can spend an
Brush
armor
that
slot.
off?
So if
Okay.
so you can only ever spend 1 armor slot. I think one person in our party, unless it's the other party that has the guardians, can actually use as many armor slots as they want each time, or there's something they can pop. But for the average player, it's just you can only spend 1 per incoming damage, if that makes sense.
All right. Some of my armor is going to absorb a little bit of that damage then.
Nice. So yeah, you basically it's doing a little bit of tit for tat at the moment. You've taken a bit of bark off of it, and it's decided it's going to do the same. So it just sort of raises an arm, and you see what would be its hand if it had a properly formed one starts to just pierce out bits of like splintering bark, and it just like tries to do a forward push against your chest to try and hit you too. And then it turns its focus towards Agatha, and it's also going to have a go at trying to attack
Agatha's-
her too.
When it turns to her, she's going to hex it because it damaged Rin.
Oh, yes. Okay, and let's
So-
make sure that we write that on there. So, how do I edit the text on that? Is text, and then we put hexed. Oh, I guess do you have to succeed on the hex in any way? Or
No, it just says I just mark a stress and it's now hexed.
Sweet, cool. That's
The
marked.
condition
Then.
lasts until the GM spends a number of fear equal to your spellcast trait to remove it, or you hex another creature. So you have to use.
So I have
one
to
of your
spend
fear to
one
get rid of it.
fear. Okay, cool. We can do that. And then what happens when that happens? It's you
just
guys
any attacks
get-
on it get
Yeah, a +1. Nice. And that's to the damage, to the attack roll and the damage result as well, isn't it?
Yep.
Nice. So it is going to try and attack you, even with that going on. Ooh, natural 20, baby!
Ooh.
This dice is so much better.
What?
Put that one away.
so-
Put it away.
Yeah,
we don't
put that
want it.
away. Come on.
So it turns towards you, and it can feel the hex has happened. And because it's attuned to nature and magics and those kinds of things, it's seeing you as a real threat now. It understands that you've done something to it. And it just takes a minor movement towards you and just goes for a forward, it's called a root slam, basically. So it just like slams down to the floor and just tries to like bludgeon you on the way down as it goes past. So I'll roll the d12, which is another 3. So +4, that's going to be 7 points of physical damage against you.
That is into my major, so it would be 2. But remember the thing I did earlier where I tied a little stone around my wrist?
Oh, we like
So-
we like a
Remember
loop
that?
around.
What
What
is
is it?
So
Tell
that
us.
is Tether Talisman. One is per short rest, or one is per rest. You can imbue a small item with your protective essence. When the person holding the talisman takes damage, you can expend its magic to reduce the number of hit point they mark by 1. So
Ooh.
it basically takes. So I imagine it's sort of like as it goes to hit, a sort of like green, almost force field will like appear in front of Agatha, and it'll crack through it, and the little stone breaks off of her wrist.
Nice, I like
then
that.
our armor will take the other hit point.
Oh, okay, brilliant, fantastic. What else is going on? I've got so much fear. I better start spending it. I'm going to spend a fear to spotlight the other one over here because it's seeing the minimal to no success that the other one is having and realizing that something needs to work. And I think it's going to try again to because the other one, this one over here, previously did the horrible cry. I think this one is going to try and go for it as well. So I mark a stress to do that. So I've only got one of those adversaries on there. Boop, there we go, nice. So we're going to mark a stress, and then I'm going to roll a 20. What's the range looking like for this
I was
fella at
going
the
to
minute?
say I'm out of that, right?
I would say, yeah, you're out of that. So it's for the other 3. This horrible cry is going to roll out, and it's going to be a nat 1. This dice is no better.
Yay!
Ah.
Nah. Take that.
So he just goes, and he's also having a bad day at the office. So that's not great. It just sort of like does a cry into the night sky, and then just does a straight bludgeon once again towards Crow, which is going to roll for 11 plus 2. So that's going to be 13 to hit.
Ah! Dang it.
Can I
My
ask-
evasion is 12.
Can I ask just like a general game question? Why,
Yeah.
when your mob fails with a crit 1, doesn't it pass back to us?
Because, actually,
Because it was like a 1. Like that's a critical fail.
it's what it says on here. Is it says it can be spotlighted up to 2 times per GM turn.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think I might be with you on that. That if
Just
it's
because
a
if
failure,
we
then
do
it should
anything even
pass.
with a fair, it passes on to you kind of thing. So it
Yeah.
was just in my head like, because it failed, that would be it. Like,
Yeah,
obviously up
I
to you.
reckon
That's
do
why I
that
asked. I was like, I didn't know
No, no, no,
Daggerheart, so I
I'm-
didn't know how that worked.
No, yeah,
I won't take
I'm in
damage.
agreement with you on that. So yeah,
Yes.
that it didn't even do that attack. So I rewind and plays with you guys.
Okay, wait. I have a really stupid idea. Okay, I'm gonna ask if that's possible. Could I do a presence roll to try and charm the guy because he's a bird? I'm a bird and he's a tree. You know.
You want to
Meant to
charm the
be.
tree?
He's hot.
Okay,
What do you
fair.
think birds did? What do you mean he's hot? Birds live in
Yeah.
trees. That's just a
Yeah, don't
house.
What are you, a
But I
woodpecker?
like
You're gonna start
him.
banging on the bark or something? What are you gonna do with it?
I mean, you could look in one of its many eyes and see what happens here. So yeah, I'd say
Mr.
give
Tree.
give me a
Rawr.
roll. So what kind of roll are you going to go for? I suppose it'd be presence, won't it?
Damn,
for
this
charming?
bird's
Yeah,
weird.
presents to charm the tree. Let's see if I got my bird game on today.
Okay. So if you roll, if you do a presence roll, so just clicking on presence on your character sheet, Your presence is just 0, so it's just whatever the dice roll ends up being.
Yeah. I got 10.
10. That unfortunately is below its difficulty
Dang
threshold.
it.
So you try an alluring move and sort of like almost like in a peacock fashion, just like fluttering out and just kind of like trying to do an awkward little jig, and it just looks at you and goes, and it has no interest. It has no interest whatsoever.
Oh man.
And it hears Lazarus says that and just turns and goes, as if to say,
Oh,
like,
you
I'm
want
absolutely not attracted to it, and it's gonna lunge at Sausage, so it's gonna just move slightly over towards you. I'm gonna roll.
Oh, come get me, wood guy.
That is a 19.
I hate you.
This is a defiant rejection of whatever statements you've just put out there. And that's just going to be a regular attack to begin with. So I'm going to roll the d12, which is a 6 plus 4. So that's going to be 10 points of physical damage going your way.
Damn. So that's it in my major. Okay, so I'll take one of the HPs, but then I'll give myself one of the armors. So I only take 1 HP, I guess.
Nice. Okay, cool. We got that.
And then you know what? I'm gonna beat this wood up real good.
Well, it's still my turn at the
Birdie.
moment, unfortunately.
Oh no, you come still at me. You better get the other one then. This one tried to riz you up. Get the bird.
What am I gonna do here? I reckon it's gonna try the horrible cry again because it's not managed. Actually, is it? No, I tell you what, it's just gonna turn back to Crow and also have a go at this.
right.
So it's gonna go for a roll. That is a measly 1. I roll so many 1s, bro.
He
but
secretly
it's
loves me, I know it.
It's trying to do almost like a Donkey Kong frantic slamming down of its arms, and it does it on Sausage and manages to kind of bludgeon him on the way down and turns to you and just completely misses. Its equilibrium is all kinds of off. You'd think it would understand where everybody is within range of it because of its many eyes. You'd think its cone of vision would be better, but it's just simply not. And then play passes back to you guys.
Okay, I gotta get this wood guy, man. You already hit me. I gotta hit you back. Can I mark this guy for death?
Yeah, remind me what mark for death does. I'm gonna pull it up on your sheet as well.
All right. It says on a successful weapon attack, you can mark a stress to make the target mark for death. Attacks you make against this target that are marked for death can gain a bonus to damage equal to +1 d4 per tier.
Nice. So because we're all tier 1 characters at the moment, it'll basically mean when you roll your attacks against it, if you manage to mark him for death, then you get to add a d4 to all your rolls, or at least the damage on all your rolls, which is good.
Okay. All right.
You can only mark one of them at a time, and you
Just
can't
that one
transfer
guy.
or remove the condition except by defeating the target. So once it's on him, it stays on him.
Okay, and if he dies, then I can use it on another target later on.
Yeah. So what you want
Okay.
us to start to do to begin with then is just do your regular attack with your dagger. And then if that's successful, then you can mark a stress to have him marked for death.
Okay, so don't mark it yet. Okay, I got it. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's only on a successful attack.
dagger. Okay, regular dagger going in and roll. Wait, did it work? 9?
9 unfortunately misses.
Oh!
So you sort of like throw back your cloak a little bit. You put on this really kind of cool pose. The moonlight drenching over the top of you, it causes a really spooky silhouette. And you go for a slash or a stabbing motion, but it just completely misses. It's the flooring here, because it's moss, there's a mixture of carpet and fungi and all these other kinds of things. And it just means that your footing's not quite as steady. So the actual push you wanted to get out of your rear heel just doesn't carry you that far, unfortunately. And play passes back to me. So I think I'm going to do... we're going to see if we can get this horrible cry to go. So I'm going to give it a roll. That is an 11. Yeah, 11 and then +2. So that's going to be 13 to hit anybody within far range, which I'd probably say is everybody. Even the center of Crow's token is inside of there as well. So I've got to mark a stress on that one. And it says... to make an attack roll against all targets within far range, any targets you succeed against take 2d6 physical direct damage and must succeed on a presence reaction roll. There's a lot going on there. Okay, so what did I say that number was a second ago? Did I say it was a... Oh, what did I say it was? Was it 13, did I say?
12 or 13, I think. But
I think it was, yeah.
13. So yeah,
There were so
basically
many other
who's-
things said after it. My brain was trying to keep
I
up.
know.
was like,
I forgot by the time I finished it. I bet chat can correct me, but I'm pretty certain it was a 13.
Yeah, I think it was.
So for that one then, so yeah, so I guess it's, or maybe it was 11 plus 2 to make 13. Yeah, I think it was. So with 13, who does that hit? Whose evasion do I meet and beat?
Me.
Right.
Yeah, I'm 12.
Is that
Everyone.
everyone?
everyone.
How could
I'm
you 3-man?
13.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
beats. That's
You,
some
you made
matches.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to roll 2d6. So I'll roll my first one. That is a 5. Goodness me. And that's a 3. So that's going to be 8 points of physical damage. Any targets you succeed against take 2d6 physical direct damage and must succeed on a presence reaction roll. Oh, okay, so we'll mark damage first. So everyone's taking 8 points of physical damage to start with.
So I can do
Okay.
1
So-
armor, 1 HP, because that's in my major
Yes,
damage.
that should
Yeah,
be
I'm also
fine,
gonna
yeah.
do that.
Yeah, I'm
Mark,
probably
Yeah, I'm
gonna
doing
do that
armor.
too.
1 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1 armor up.
Nice. And then after that, I need you all to make me a presence roll. And the difficulty on that is a 14. So let me know if you roll matching or higher than that.
I got 16
Ooh,
with fear.
I have 8 critical success.
Ooh, okay.
Oh,
So success for Crow, success for Scott, was it?
Mm-hmm.
I got a
any-
7 with hope.
Okay, so that is.
I got a 5 with hope.
So
bomb.
I don't think you collect hope because it's a reaction one. But I do gain 2 fear for having done the cry. So after its successful attack a moment ago, and then this cry going out to everybody, it's just.
For context,
Oh,
your
there you
mic
go.
cuts you out every time you do any
Does
of these
it?
screeches. It caps you
Yeah, yeah.
completely.
At the
So
top.
we
Yeah.
see you
Yeah.
do the
It just
motion and it
keeps-
just goes nothing.
Yeah.
Well, from my end, it's really cool, and the GM gets some benefits here.
We believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
don't
this
worry, I
time,
can
not
imagine
only
how
do you
cool it
hear the
was.
noise echo out, but you actually feel like a reverberation, like a ripple effect coming out. There are a couple of other trees that are around you that have these orange cores in them, and all of them like flare up and pulsate, and what look like fireflies are flickering off of them, and you all feel this kind of like dread wash over you from that strike. And I will say that play passes back to you guys.
Can I have an attack, please? I've not actually
Absolutely.
done anything.
Yeah, go
this
for it.
Fight the entire fight. I've not had to go.
Yeah, go for it.
Agatha's gonna like move over here, and
Okay.
then she's going to, for that one, the hexed one, she's going to try and vicious entangle it.
For number 1 for Hex,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Cool. Let's go for it. So for the audience's context, Vicious Entangle is a spellcast roll against the target within far range. On a success, roots and vines reach out of the ground, dealing 1d8 of damage, and it temporarily restrains the target as well, which is pretty cool. So it can't move until the condition is cleared. So I would have to spend a fear in order to be able to get it to move. So at the moment, if this lands, Agatha won't be within physical range for any kind of melee, which would be pretty cool.
I got 15 with fear.
15 with fear. I will take a fear for that, and that absolutely lands. So if you want to roll your damage for me, that'd be great.
And then that is 8, but then there's +1 because it's hexed, so 9 damage.
9 damage. Cool. So you move backwards and kind of leaning on the shrubbery that's there, because there's not much plant life that's around the area. There are some vines on the rocks, as you can see, like over in the corners over here, but not much else is growing from the ground that doesn't look dead and withered. So you grab onto this shrubbery over here and you manage to manifest it into trails and almost like snake-like motions, not dissimilar to the glass snake from the river. And it comes around and goes and just holds onto it. And it's just like it's reacting to the fact that it's being held down. Both of its arms, or not its arms, sorry, its hip is held down and its arms tense up slightly as it anticipates having its movement restrained.
She's also going to, like, as she's done that, she's going to, like, point her staff towards the big glowing core of the old tree that she was talking to. And she's going to be like, "Don't think I won't do it, dearie."
You can try.
And it's defiantly saying that back to you. Another thing that you notice as well, once this lands and the damage, as you like clinch on with these vines onto the hexed creature, you notice that one of its 3 eyes shuts. Only 2 of its eyes remain open. And play remains with you guys. Oh, actually, did you roll with
Yeah,
fear there?
yeah, with fear, so it's you.
Oh, you roll with fear. Okay. Let me see. What's
I feel
the
like
range
we
on this
only
attack?
ever roll with fear. I don't think we've
Seriously,
ever
I know.
had more than like one
Yeah.
turn of combat. Most of this is just watching you do things.
Yeah.
I'd say
out
this
of
is the
pure
one. Oh, there you go.
No, you go.
I was gonna say this is the one, but I'd say with Daggerheart that's felt the least like, oh, it's not felt as flowy because it's like in normal D&D combat, it's like we all at least get one go. Whereas like
Yeah.
so far, that was the first time Agatha's done a fight. Like she hexed as a reaction, but that's it. Like that's the first time she's got a chance to do anything.
And
I've
I've been
only
really
tried
conservative as well with not just spending
Yeah.
fear to interrupt the flow. I've just been respecting the dice, so we're all just getting like doo-doo rolls for the most part. So yeah, it's been restrained, it's held down, and it sort of kind of looks in Agatha's direction, and you see it look at its arms and then look at her, realizing it definitely can't hit anything, and its two remaining open eyes just both dart around towards Rin, and it knows that if Rin manages to get out of its range, then it's not going to be able to do a whole lot. So it's going to try and swing now whilst it has an opportunity. And it rolled a 10 plus 2, so that's 12 to try and hit Rin.
My evasion's 13.
Ooh, okay. So it turns to you, and it was such a blatant like telegraphing of its body that you actually managed to move out of its very close range at the moment that it tries to do that. And it completely swipes and misses its strike and plays back with you guys. Maybe we can find out what's going on with Lazarus or Crow. What's happening that end of the field?
I'm heartbroken.
Oh God.
Oh,
My
poor
ego
bird.
is
Denied.
fractured. Maybe
Your
I
wood
wanna
whiz is
retaliate.
negative.
How could he reject me? I'm angry. Maybe. If I can have him, nobody can have him. I'm gonna kill
Nice.
him.
Get on
Wait.
in.
Can I do also marked for death? Because
Absolutely.
I also have that.
Yeah, because I don't think Sausage landed marked for death. So
No,
you can go for it as
you
well.
gotta hit it. Yeah, you gotta get a good roll, and you can hit it.
So we'll just start
Okay.
with you just going for a regular attack roll. So if you do your dagger, which is your +2 with finesse,
Yes. That's a 12 with fear, of course.
12 with fear, that is just under its difficulty,
Dang it.
unfortunately.
Oh,
Really
we can never
close.
mark
These
guys.
these guys are like really sturdy, and as much as they're new to the world, obviously it's their master that's controlling them that gives them that kind of resilience and knowledge to pull through this. So you go for a forward strike because you saw that worked for Rin across the field, and you go forwards, and it just gently manages to step back. You take a couple bits of bark off the front, but nothing that's puncturing it. It's just more like splinters and fractures off the front of it. And I think it's probably going to try and react to that with a 8, which is definitely not going to land. And maybe we move to Lazarus next.
Oh, you know what? I don't care if it's just one woodman in front of me. I'm gonna do my rain of blades just on him. I'm gonna get all my blades out, and I'm gonna just jump up. I'm gonna do a big old giant leap up into the sky, and I'm gonna throw
Nice.
every blade I got on him. So it takes one hope away, so I can take one of those,
Yeah.
and then I just roll it, right?
Yeah, it looks to be a spellcast roll. So it's basically, I mean, you can, on Rain of Blades itself, you can just click on spellcast. So it looks like it's just your regular D12 rolls +1.
Okay.
Does it
Yes.
say anything else about that? Conjure throwing blades. All targets within very close range. Are you? No, it's only that enemy. So yeah, sorry. Yeah, go for your roll to see if you land.
Yeah. So I click on the one where it says just damage roll or the spellcast.
No,
one?
+1 spellcast roll for this.
That one.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Okay, cool. Okay, here we go. And I jump up. 21 with hope. Let's go.
Nice. Claim yourself a hope. And now it's going to take a D8 +2 by the looks of it.
Okay, here we go. And roll 4.
4. So that's 4 points of damage.
Yeah, damage roll 4. So it's 2 plus 2. 4, yeah.
So 4 damage. Let me see. So 4 points of damage. So you do manage to throw out these blades. What do you imagine these blades are? Are they just an assortment of like small daggers, or are they more kind of like shuriken? Like what kind of stuff have you got in your arsenal for projectile launching?
Yeah, I'm thinking for these, they're all like the double-sided blades. You know, they have like no matter what side it'll land on, is like almost like a Darth Maul, but a tiny version of it. So it's just like I have one. I would think it's probably like 4 in each hand almost. Like I put them in
Nice.
between my fingertips, so then
And then
when I
just-
leap in the air, I just let them all out.
Nice. I like that. So yeah, you rise up into the air. The thing that I immediately think of is Brandon Sanderson's Mistborns. If anybody gets that reference, you'll love it. But yeah, you launch these projectiles out, and a couple of them land in its body. Not doing a great amount of damage. It doesn't even get so much as a yelp out of it. But you have managed to land the attack, which is great. And play remains with you guys.
Let's go.
Who would like to go next?
Maybe I want to try again.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Still feeling the rejection. Wait, can I mark for death again, or can I?
Yeah,
not
literally.
fail?
Yeah,
Okay.
you
I
haven't
think you can,
hit.
right?
It's until you get your first successful
You have to hit first.
Yeah, literally. So yeah, with Mark for Death, you can just keep attacking as you normally do. And it's only then when you successfully land an attack, that's when you mark a stress. So you're not having to mark a stress to try it each time. It's just, oh, cool, I hit an attack. Wait,
Ah.
Wait,
Sausage,
with that
did-
Rain of Blades, couldn't I have used that mark for death on him?
yeah,
Because I
I think-
successfully hit
I
him.
think that was a spell attack.
that was a
was it not,
spell as
rather
opposed to
than
a
an
melee
attack?
weapon.
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Because it was a spell. Yeah. So it has to be
But I am
a regular
wondering,
hit.
have you used your first strike yet for this?
Yeah, the first guy I killed.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, of course you did.
Well,
Yeah.
the assassin guy. Yeah.
Okay, fair.
The Scarlet Veil guy.
Sweet. All right then. Yeah. So Crow, if you want to give me
Oh wait, yeah,
an
did
attack
Crow,
roll.
is that still the same combat? Because Crow did kill that other guy.
What do you mean? Sorry.
Crow killed the
Oh, the-
Scarlet Veil guy, so would that not?
I don't think
be-
Crow has the double damage thing. I think that's.
Oh, but what I
specific
mean is the
to-
first strike thing. Is that not? Is the same combat or is that a different?
don't have
combat?
No, they don't have first.
Oh, you
strike.
don't
No, it's
have it?
only
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
them.
no,
I'm
they're
poison.
both assassins, but it's a subclass
okay.
thing.
Different guilds. Yeah. I'm an
Um,
executioner. And you're a poison guild.
Yeah.
I like.
So yeah, I
poison.
suppose then if we're gonna get Crow to do a damage attack, so with that +2 finesse.
Ooh, 23 with hope.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Mark
Whoa.
yourself a hope, and if you want to mark it for death, you can mark a stress as well at this point.
Okay.
Ooh, mark it for death. Let's go.
And then it says attacks you make against a target that's marked for death gain a bonus to damage equal to 1d4. So I'm going to say roll your damage now, and we're going to tack the d4 on immediately. I'm not going to wait until your next attack turn. So yeah, go for it. If you want to roll your dagger damage, which is your d8 +3, then we can tack a 4 on the end of that too.
Wait, do I mark the mark for death bonus? Because I can do the add bonus thing. I can toggle that. Do I toggle that before I roll?
Yeah, I reckon so. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, you can mark it just so you know for yourself that you've got it. And what I will do is I will put on the character itself. I'll put marked for death. Bam. So then we know exactly what's going on.
Okay. And rolling 13.
13. Good God. So that was. So what did you roll on the D8 there?
Wait. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. Oh my gosh. Wait,
I
I
know.
gotta get close to the screen.
I'm just curious what you got because there's those big numbers.
Okay, I think it's an 8. Oh my gosh, I need new glasses.
So yeah, so I guess the 8 plus the 3 would take it up to what, 11, and then you've got your D4, which then must have rolled a 2. Cool, yeah. I was just intrigued as all. It's loads of damage. It just sounded really cool. So 13 points of damage. You're so close to its severe threshold, but you are going to manage to mark 2 hit points of damage on this thing. So you go in with your knife. I don't know if you want to scream anything at it about the rejection at this
Probably.
point.
How dare you reject me? We could have been perfect together. You
And what you-
tree, die.
And basically what you do is it's a very extreme measure, but you actually take your knife and you actually strike it into one of the eyes of the 3 that it has on it. And as you pull it back out, it just like recoils and winces and that eye closes, partly through the damage you've dealt, but also just because of the opening that it has there. It's trying to stop anything leaking out of there. And that's taken quite the hit. And you just hear a very softened moan of pain from the tree down here as well. You can tell that there is some form of connection between the 2 of these and the tree itself. That it didn't just spring them into existence. They're linked together in some fashion. And play remains with you guys.
Rin, you wanna go?
Rin? Sorry. Me?
Yeah, so do you want to go? Because
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say that I definitely noticed that vulnerability, and I would like to try to use my agility to climb up the tree to take a stab at the eye.
Of the big tree, you want to try and stab the core?
I was gonna say the tree that's attacking me and Agatha.
So those are
Oh,
like
sorry,
tree
so
minions.
this tree here, sorry.
Yeah,
these
yeah,
are like tree minions. So these are humanoid in size, so I don't think you can necessarily... I mean, you could jump onto it if you want to kind of
Oh,
really...
I see. Yeah, kind
clamber
of
on
like,
it.
yeah, grapple it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go for that. So if you want to do that, I would say if you succeed on the attack roll, then we'll... trying to think how to do this. Because I want it to give you... Like, if you succeed on the agility roll, I want it to give you advantage on the attack.
Would she
Yeah.
get advantage anyway because it's restrained? It's not like it can turn around to stop her.
Yep, I like that. So let's
True,
just have it be
true.
narrative. You can clamber on it in any way that you want because it is anchored right now. So this is going to be much easier to get on. So I would say, yeah, let's just go for an attack roll and you've got advantage on this.
Cool. So I do the attack roll with my dagger.
Yes, you do, yeah. And you
Perfect.
might be able to click on, can you add advantage? Yeah, you can add advantage there.
Okay, perfect. So that is a 12 with hope.
12 with hope. So you do manage to clamber onto this tree with it currently being restrained. But unfortunately, as you try to like come down onto it, it kind of swats its arms and throws you off to the side. Throwing you
I'm
more in
going
this
to
direction.
use Witch's Charm so I can use 3 hope to turn her fail into a success.
Ooh,
So
Nice.
I use when you are an ally within far range, which we would be.
everybody is, yeah.
Love this.
Rolls a failure on an action roll. I can spend 3 hope to change it to an success with fear instead. So-
Okay, cool. So I'll take a fear for that, and okay, that changes the narrative then. So yeah, instead then, let's roll this damage. So the
I
damage is
imagine
gonna
it kind of
be-
like as she goes to like fall back from it, like Agatha's like sort of pulls up more vines to give her a push back. Kind
just a little nudge on
Yeah.
like the tailbone sort of thing. To
I
keep
feel
it
Rin
like
there.
knows
as you're
what's
losing
going
your
on, but-
balance, she's like,
Yeah.
right, come on, do something.
And-
I look at you and I'm like, thanks, I guess.
and that sort of like kind of like tenderness moment, that sort of like moment of vulnerability immediately dissipates as you look down and you just start to stab the top of the tree as though you're trying to
Yeah.
like just get into whatever kind of sap might be available from it. So I suppose now we're going to get a damage roll for this. So this was just your regular dagger, wasn't it?
Yes.
So I think you just roll the 1d8 plus 1. I'm
Wait,
just triple checking
sorry,
whether the hex
can
gives
I?
some more.
I was gonna say, did she fail by 1?
What was your roll again? Was it 12?
It was 12 with hope. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
So then it
13
didn't.
still
It
wouldn't.
didn't. Oh, 13 wouldn't do anything. Oh,
Still
okay.
would have failed, yeah. So yeah, this assistance is definitely
I was like, otherwise I was like, wait, we forgot a hex. I was like,
yeah.
Yeah. So I still do the 1d8.
1d8 plus 1, and I'm pretty sure you get a plus 1 on the
Mhm.
damage as well, right?
it's
Because of
whatever
the
you
hex.
Yes.
roll, add 1 to it.
I got a 4.
4, so we pop that up to a 5. And then 5 points of damage is going to be just in its minor threshold still. So you are stabbing down on top of it, but you are noticing that the exposed whitewood is a lot more sturdy and solid than the bark that's on the exterior. You can tell like that's almost just kind of like flavor decoration, which is simply for probably blending in with the woods itself, normally to catch people off guard. But it does notice that you're up there and you're now in a position where it's going to try and look up and see if it can retaliate in some way. But play is still with you guys because that was a
No.
successful. Oh, was it with fail?
If the fail turns
Oh, because
it
of
into
the-
fear.
That's it. Okay, sure. I think it's probably going to try and throw you down to begin with. So I think I'll start with that. I think it needs to do some form of like strength check against you. So I would say, I don't know how you compare strength between characters. Like, do we both roll strength and then do that, or do I just roll? I suppose I could just roll an attack and part narrative it in. Let's do that. So that first one is a 7 plus 2. That's only a 9 and it fails. So at this point, it's just scrambling around trying to get some kind of hold on you, but it doesn't really have fingers. So all it's kind of doing is just kind of clubbing your legs. And you notice that it's finally like buffing off some of the moss and the dirty swamp dryings that are on the trousers. So like accidentally kind of like cleaning you at the same time.
Oh, thank you.
And we'll pass back over to you guys. And I want to know what's happening over here. We've got one eye shut. We've got one eye shut. Who wants to go? Let's go for Lazarus.
Me? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
You know what? I'm gonna finish this guy off. I'm gonna kill him right now. I'm just gonna go straight for a regular dagger. I'm gonna go
Kill
right
him.
into one of the faces, one of his little eyes. Well, how many eyes he has left? Like 2 eyes
He
left?
has 2 eyes left open. Both of them have 2 left.
Okay, I'm going straight for my dagger. I'm gonna go straight into his eyeball, and if I get this, I'm gonna mark him for death right after.
Nice. Let's go for
There we
it.
go.
Actually, if
Rolling.
it's already marked for death, does that work for everybody? I'm just curious. Because if Crow
Double
already
mark?
marked it for death, let's have a look.
yeah.
It does seem to specifically say attacks you make against the target mark for death gain a bonus. So it feels like it's
can both
individual
do
to the user.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, you could also mark it for death for your own benefit for sure.
Okay. All right, here we go.
So we'll start with an
And-
attack roll.
Attack roll. Wait, do I do the finesse one or the finesse one, right? The plus
You
2?
do the +2 finesse. If you click on that
Okay,
and then
okay.
do a
I did
roll,
the roll. Okay, here we
you'll be
go.
all set.
20 critical success, double 9s.
Double 9s. Okay, fantastic. So this is one of the first critical success attacks that we've had. So
Nice.
what happens here is you will do your D8 plus 3, which is going to be 11 damage total. You're then going to click on that D8 plus 3 and give me another roll of it. So do that for me now.
Double. Okay, so got it once, and then okay, it's an 8.
An 8. So that's going to be what? 11 plus 8. That's going to be 19. And then you can also now roll a D4 to add on to that because it's marked for death at the moment. So we're at 18 damage currently.
Okay, so just do a separate one, like, or do I click on one of the things on the top?
Oh, wait, did I say 8? No, it should have been 19. Sorry, did I say 18? I think I meant 19 because you got 11 from the base and then we're adding 8 on top of that, isn't it? Yeah, so 19. So yeah, so roll a D4 and then just we'll add that onto the 19.
Oh, D4. Okay. D4 rolling. Boom. 1.
A 1. Okay, I mean, this overall is 20 points of damage. So I've got a very important question for you.
Yep.
What's the finisher?
Oh, I want to get a little fancy. Instead of going for the eye, I want to go for his creaking heart this time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But instead of using my dagger, I'm gonna do something I've been taught from many years of the Assassins Guild over here with the Sombra Negra. I'm gonna use my hands and I'm gonna just pull back as far as I can, and I'm gonna lunge forward and just pull my hand right to his creaking heart, and I'm gonna pull it out like a finishing move. And I hear someone in the background go, "Finish him."
It just
gonna
echoes
go
on the
like
trees.
Yes.
And you notice that as you do this, you rip this creaking heart out and you stare it in its 2 remaining eyes. One of them just gently closes and you just squeeze and crush it and it dissipates into the firefly-esque things that you've seen earlier on. And this was such a powerful attack that you actually noticed that this creaking here, there you go, actually crumbles down and falls into pieces, as does the other one over here. Both of them immediately collapse to the ground, and you hear the creaking heart of the larger tree just go.
Oh, no more, no more. I'll tell you where to go.
You
And that
did it,
is-
dearie.
Literally could have just told us.
Yes!
You could have just told us.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds. I just want to get this battle music off. We'll go for the victory music.
Woo! See, I
Yeah.
told you guys I could do it.
I
No
couldn't
more.
just be a
Agatha
cat
didn't
anymore.
see any of what Lazarus did, by the way.
Oh, come on, you didn't see it. You should have
Yeah,
seen
that
it.
was pretty
You could've
cool,
just pulled this
bud.
guy's heart out.
Because she's
Thank
been
you.
focused on the one that's been attacking her with Rin, so she didn't see any
Yeah.
of that.
Man, can't believe it. After all of that, you didn't see me do my best work.
Even though it's not human in nature, it doesn't have any form of lungs, really. The tree, you just hear it going.
Okay. Where is it you said you were going again?
Tadpole's Rest?
Yeah, that's the place.
The spawn. That way.
And you see the creaking heart of the big tree itself begins to illuminate, and it's only illuminating on one face, and it gently eases around as though it's kind of acting like a compass, a wayfinder, and it points in a general direction.
Yeah, you won't have to worry about anything else. Especially not him. And
That's my voice still. And it glances over, and just in the tree line over here, there was actually just one more person from the Scarlet Veil hiding in this direction who basically decided he was going to try and lunge at Sausage, and it shoots almost like an arcane blast of like orange and gold sap that just absolutely nails this guy who was going to try and go for a sneaky attack while Sausage was just looking at the palm of his hand, trying to understand the power that he's just wielded, and poof, it just completely evaporates. And you see nothingness. That this wasn't even a body crumpling to the ground. It just kind of it crackled and flamed all over him and just disintegrated like some kind of Thanos snap, showing you the true power of the tree if it only fought on its own rather than using its subordinates.
now leave me. As I mentioned, I need rest.
Well, thank you very much, D-Ray. And she's going to like tap it a couple times and toddle off. Question with how does looting work in this compared to D&D?
You know what? I haven't done anything regarding looting, and I can't really recall if I've even watched a Daggerheart thing where there is looting. I do have a random loot generator that I found earlier on, so we could just give that a go and see how it feels.
It's just obviously I was like, I'd want to loot the Scarlet people to see if there's like what they have on them.
Okay, nice. Let's do that then. So where's that loot? In fact, tell you what, there was something that I prepared if you hadn't have fought the Scarlet Veil guy back in Merriport. So if you want to go over to the body and inspect for me, I'd like you to do a... What kind of roll would this be? Oh, hiccups.
Instinct, perceive, sense, and navigate?
Yeah, I think I would like everybody to give me an instinct roll. In fact, let's do this as a group roll, because that's a thing. Daggerheart group roll. Group action roll. Yeah, here we go. So this is going to be an instinct roll. So what I want everybody to do is hover over instinct on their character sheet, click on it, and then hit roll.
Roll.
And then,
Question.
Yeah.
Is this where I would use like oh, don't mind me, D-Ray? She just sort of pushes back and starts rummaging through the corpses.
I reckon so, yeah. If you want to give yourself...
Like, Sausage is like this with his thing,
here.
and she's like, oh, don't mind me, D-Ray, just pushes past them to like, look through everything.
That's
So if
awesome.
you spend one hope, you can add 2 to that. To clarify for people that might not be aware of what's happened there, that is something called an experience. So people have different experiences. So Agatha's one is called Don't Mind Me, Dearie. And she can spend 1 hope when it's applicable with this experience to add +2 to any roll that she does.
So she got 17 with hope.
Woo, okay, so you'll be the
gain a
leader of
hope
this.
back?
Yes, you would, yeah.
Okay.
So that's 17 with hope.
I got 14 with hope.
Okay, so that is also successful. So that's a +1 as well.
I got 20 with hope.
Whoa.
My God, yeah, that's a plus.
Yeah.
What the heck?
And-
I have 7 with hope.
Oh,
That's
boom.
So that's a -1. So the way it works
Dang it.
is when you do a group roll, basically there's a +1 for every successful roll and a -1 for each failure. So when you roll as a group, one person's the leader, and then you three were affecting Agatha's roll beyond that.
Okay.
So yeah, that's good. Let me just do where is it? Where's that web page from earlier on? It was where was it? Got it. Okay, cool. Yeah. So things we're gonna look for. We're gonna go for that one. Loot size, we'll go for maybe medium and roll loot. And also I'm gonna roll this as well. Nice. Okay, cool. So as you're rummaging around the body, Agatha's obviously going to get first dibs on all of this. There are a few things that are available here. So in their pockets, they have got 6 handfuls of gold. So that is 1 piece of loot that you can take. There is also some glowing rings, which is a magic weapon. So that is a D10 +1 if you'd like to use it. It is a 2-handed thing. There is also a Blade of Returning on one of the bodies. And the Blade of Returning is pretty cool. If I can find my document where it would be. Where's that gone? Have I just closed my main document? I think I have. But the Blade of Returning, wherever I can find it. There it is. So the blade, or the Returning Blade, sorry, is a D8 magic weapon, one-handed, and when it's thrown within its range, it appears in your hand immediately after the attack. And then aside from that, there is also a vial of moon drip, which when you drink the contents of this vial, you can see in total darkness until your next rest. So it's up to you, Agatha, what you'd like to take, and then everybody else can pick and choose from it.
So you said there's 6 handfuls of gold?
6 handfuls.
So
and
is that like
all
you would
yours.
click 6 times on the handfuls
Yep,
thing?
yep.
Okay, so what Agatha's going to do is she's going to like rummage through and like the dagger she's going to like throw over her shoulder, like doesn't want that kind of thing, like rummaging bits. She'll probably take the ring and the
Okay,
bottle
nice.
were the two that should have been like, ooh.
So I think I would say you only get to choose one. You get first dibs on this. So the
Okay.
glowing rings is a weapon, and yeah, the
Is it
handful of
only
gold or
first
something
dibs
else.
on the items, or the like? Does the money count as an item?
Yeah, so there are basically 4 things you can loot here. It's the
Okay.
handfuls of gold, the vial of moon drip, the glowing rings, and the returning blade. The 4 items on offer here. So each of you will get one, and maybe what we'll do is we'll go in roll order. So Agatha goes first. I know
And
Crow
Drift.
goes last. I can't remember whether
Drift got
and-
20.
Okay,
Yeah, you got
yeah,
20. I
so-
got 14.
So it'll go
Yeah, I got
Agatha
30.
Rin, Lazarus Crow, taking the pickings.
I think she will take. So what did you say the ring did?
The rings is a weapon, so the glowing rings. There's nothing extra to it. It's a 2-handed weapon, and it does D10 plus 1, and it's got a very close range as opposed to melee. And its trait is agility, so for any pluses or minuses when you do your attacks.
In which case, I will just take the gold.
The gold, that's it. Add 6 handfuls of gold to your collection.
She'll
Rin,
sort of
what would you
rummage
like to
around and be
take?
like, "It's all yours."
Was it what was it that you tossed over your shoulder?
I didn't, because I didn't realize how the looting thing worked. So just imagine it was the
Oh, I
dagger,
see, I
but
see.
it was basically this thing she didn't want. So
All right. So yeah, Rin, pushes past Lazarus and just says, "Hey, out of my way! I want to take a little look here." Rummages through and catches that little glint from that blade of returning.
Nice.
Takes a
Yeah.
little look at it, whips it, and sees that it returns. And she's like, "Yep, this one's mine."
Nice. So you should be able to add that to your character sheet. I believe if you literally just go to equipment, and I would imagine it's maybe manage equipment, in the top right
Equipment.
corner of that window.
Yep.
And then you should be able to then type in the name of it and then get it into your inventory.
Is it just returning blade?
Yeah, returning blade.
Oh, it says I have to unlock it for money.
Do I not have you? I thought I had
yeah,
your content
I
shared.
still have a lot of things with a padlock on it.
Yeah.
I can see Drifty on there. How strange. In that case, then I can literally just send you. But that's gonna make it really awkward for dice rolls. Why don't you have that? Because that should definitely be part of it.
Like when I go to manage equipment, I like the first thing that comes up is like Antari Bow, but it says unlock, and then I would need to buy
Yeah.
the like $34.99 core set.
Yeah.
Maybe it's I need to buy the core set, but I thought I'm already doing like the monthly subscription thing. And you guys are definitely listed there. I see Drifty, I see Smajor,
Yeah.
and everybody else.
Yeah, I got a lot of
Um,
stuff that says unlock on it. Like the first page is all just unlock.
It was the same as when
Yeah.
I was making the characters. There was a bunch of races I couldn't pick.
Same.
Oh yeah, that
Interesting.
too.
Okay, we'll make a note of that for now then. I mean, I have the stat block for that weapon. Or to be honest, if we just pull up Daggerheart Nexus, do that, and then we'll do Returning Blade. And I will look into that for next time so we can definitely get things equipped.
Cool.
Returning Blade. I'll put a link to that in the chat. Boop. There you go. So, I mean, looking at it at the moment, it looks like it is finesse. So basically, any rolls you do with it will be... What's your finesse? Your finesse is +1. I mean, to be honest, your dagger is also finesse +1. So yeah, you'll basically just pretend your dagger is your returning blade.
Okay, cool.
And we'll just treat it as such. I think it's just the damage afterwards is different because it's... Oh no, it's also D8 magic.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I see. So you're yeah. So moving away from the dagger and moving to this will be moving you from physical damage to magic. So yeah, that's cool. So yeah,
Cool.
we'll do that and we'll just rock and roll with that.
Sweet.
So remaining in the loot pile, then we have got the
What do we got?
glowing rings and we have the vial of moon drip. So the vial of moon drip, when you drink the contents, you can see in total darkness until your next rest.
Ooh, okay. So then, what does the other one do? The rings?
The glowing rings is a weapon. It's two-hander. It has very close range, and its trait is agility. The damage it does is a D10 plus 1.
Ooh, D10, and then the other one is like I just get night vision.
Yeah, and it's a one-time use, and it will only last until your next until your next rest, short or long.
I think.
But that would allow you to have a little bit of distance. Although I suppose if you equip that, you would, because it's a two-hander, you wouldn't then have your small dagger.
I want to have the small. Yeah. I think for stealthy stuff, I think I like the night vision. I think I'll go for the night vision.
Okay, nice. Which leaves the glowing rings for Crow, and there's no
Yes.
pressure to wield them. Is that what you're after anyway?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, that's worked out perfectly. Brilliant stuff. Okay, so that is the bodies looted, and you followed the direction given to you by the giant creaking tree, and you wander down the hill, and you're making your way through various different walkways until eventually you catch a glimpse of a very familiar acacia plank and mud brick and dirt trail path. It's a little bit worse for wear compared to the Road Builders Guild roads that you've seen previously. You can see the road is overgrowing on it, the fungi coming up through the surface. And it almost looks as though the animals have been scratching away at it. There's something about this woodland that seems very proud and doesn't want any foreign interjection with its landscape and its spaces. But you eventually hit the road. You now have an awareness that you're on the eastern coast. So you use the position of the moon in the sky to understand which way north is. You're wandering up the path and you're taking in all of the sights and the sounds. And this is a different kind of woodland than Agatha has maybe ever encountered. So I was just curious, what's the unique trait of this one that you find quite endearing?
Probably the amount of fungi. Like, she's stocking up on them as she passes. She's like grabbing bits and putting into her bags and whatnot, because the swamp obviously is like the roots of the mangroves are all very connected and intertwined and that sort of stuff. So the plethora of fungi here is something she's not used to.
Nice. So you continue along, enjoying the fungi, seeing its various colors and shapes and sizes, and it seems as though now it's almost dancing around you. You don't know whether this is the influence of the creaking tree or just whether this fungi has a degree of sentience and hasn't seen people, birds, anything in quite some time. It may have only seen rabbits and other little things skittering about. And finally, as you walk a little bit further north, you finally see a faint orange glow coming from around the bend. And you walk around the corner, and eventually it's the water again. A little bit to your left is the bridge, and across the way, beautifully backed by a nearly setting moon, you just see light bleeding with moonlight rays coming around it. A wonderful location. It looks like some kind of bathhouse. Really stunning Eastern architecture with mixtures of reds and ambers, and it's got kind of like deep slate roof that kind of curves and peaks like some kind of jester shoe off of each of the corners. And you're making a safe assumption that this is probably the Tadpole's Rest that you were told to head to. So you continue on upwards, you make your way over the bridge, and you stand outside of the building. You can hear a little bit of shuffling going on inside, but it's not as raucous as the towns and the taverns that you've been to previously. And I will leave it up to you guys to decide what you would like to do here. You can knock on the door, do a little area check, whatever you feel.
Can I have a slight little brain fog rejig of what we were told was at here? Like why we were...
Yeah, so
The moss bit,
you're
right?
coming here for some moss. So Victor told you that the moss would be good at actually eroding the film
That was
of the water control. So the moss apparently resides here, and it's your job to come upon it.
Did he give us a description of the boss?
He didn't actually. He just said it was a special kind of moss that's found here. He had mentioned that you could maybe ask around, but it's a safely guarded secret in this part of the realm of misadventures.
Okay. Right, well, will we go in?
Well,
Yeah,
I don't
let's
know
go.
about you guys, but I'm kind of sick of, trying to take shortcuts and stuff. Let's just go talk to somebody.
Yeah, well, I
I'm
mean,
Yeah, the
sure they know
direct
better than
approach.
us.
Maybe they
that's
have
fine.
free
I
food.
feel like the last shortcut was your idea.
It
You know
was
what?
actually-
I'll take a little bit of responsibility for that, but you all said yes. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I'm glad we went. I got a nice snake dinner.
So Agatha will go up to the door and like knock.
And the creature that comes to the door is a short ribbit, and the ribbit opens the door and just stares at you.
I imagine they're
Doesn't-
just same height. They're both
Nah.
little.
Yeah. It's instinctively looking upwards because it's anticipating that whoever's knocking at the door
Yeah.
at this hour is somebody not from here. So it looks up, sees the bottom, or like the top, if you will, in the bottom of its view range of Doris just sat atop your head, and then just
Hi
And it just stares.
there.
and it doesn't say a word. It just stands there and stares at you, and you see its throat go like that, but it doesn't speak any words. It's just staring blankly at you.
So I'm wondering if you'll be able to help us out. Actually, we're trying to find some moss.
It sort of eyes you inquisitively. Give me a presence roll.
Present. 6 with hope.
6 with hope. Sort of looks you up and down and looks at your comrades. Slams the door shut.
She's just gonna knock again.
Here. Let me try giving it a shot.
I don't think that'll be the best one, Dee. I've seen how you've handled things last time.
No, I've learned a lot from you on the road. I think I could give it a shot.
Okay, she's going to move out the way and then sort of just disappear around the side of the building. Like she wants to see what else is around here.
Nice. So Bryn knocks on the door, you say?
Yep.
Nice. So the door opens up this time, and this person looks straight. Again, it's another ribbit. This one you can see has got lots of beautiful flora just kind of adorned all over them, like little makeshift crown. You can tell it's very much like a younger ribbit, probably in like their early teens, and they seem to really enjoy the kind of nature decorative vibes that it's adorned itself with. And it just sort of slowly looks up and up and up and up, not knowing where this vision is going to end, and it just looks at you with the biggest, like bluest eyes you've ever seen, and it looks infatuated. It goes, oh hello, who are you?
I'm leaning against the door and I'm like, "Hey, bud, name's Rin. I'm from the forest, far, far away. I'm looking for some answers, and I'm wondering if you could help. There's something in it for you, though." And I pull out the expired candy that Agatha gave me. I never ate it.
And you just see like the tongue begin to creep out. It's go, what is it?
It's a little sweet. It's delicious. You can have it if you let me know about, I heard you got some nice moss around here.
Slams the door shut.
Come on.
Right, what's happening down there? And you just hear, dum, 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 dum. Who keeps slamming that door? That one was me, but the last one was Todd. And why are we doing that at this hour? Dunk, dunk, dunk. Yes, can I help you? And you see a slightly shorter and slightly grayer. Its green hue is slowly draining from its body. You can tell this is a much older ribbit, and it actually adorns some facial hair, which you can't tell if it's real or whether it's made up of some kind of moss from nearby. He goes, how can I help you?
I'm still holding out the candy, and I say,
Takes
I'll give
it
you.
immediately.
Okay, well, I was gonna say, well, you took my candy, so give me some of your beard.
Some of your
I beg your pardon?
It's mossy. Give me some of your beard. You ate my
Have you-
candy. It's a fair trade.
Fair is fair, balance holds us all. It just like plucks a bit off and just passes it to you.
More.
Now, don't you waste it.
Just a little bit more, like a handful. That was just a tiny piece. Give me just a little bit more.
Your candy was not a handful. I could hold
Good
it between
point.
2 of these.
Now,
I've got-
what is it?
I was going to say, hearing the word candy, Agatha will have like stuck her head back around the wall and be like, "Candy? Do you need more candy?"
More candy. Agatha, come here.
Yeah,
Looks
get some more,
around
come
and
on.
it's got a staff with a lantern on top of it. And who are you then exactly?
Agatha's going to take her stuff and do the same motion that he did back and be like, "I'm Agatha. Who are you?"
Well, I'm Sensei Kairu. What troubles you this eve, lady?
Well, we were sent on a mission to help some people. Why are we doing this, by the way? This seems-
Remember what I said. Balance holds us all.
I know I'm struggling to keep mine if we keep this up. How about we both agree to stop?
All right, we have to stop at the same time, though.
Okay. 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1. Oh,
I'm going to feel that one tomorrow.
it was arm day as well.
No, we're actually here because we have an issue. I don't know if you'd ever heard of Orchidia.
I have.
So there's some people that were hurt there, and it was done using some magic. And we don't quite understand the process of it, but the guy who thinks he made it says that there's a certain type of plant that will like dissolve part of the creatures, and he told us to come here.
Curious. What was the name of this guy?
She's gonna be like, "Not Larry, not Vincent,
Agatha, it's Victor.
Victor."
That's the one.
Oh, Victor. I suppose I do owe him one. Come on in.
Oh, thank you. She's just gonna
Take
push
your
I
past
was
time.
gonna
Ren.
try that next.
She's gonna follow mine and push past Ren.
And as you're coming in, you look over and you see there's another ribbit over in the corner who's just kind of preparing tea and things like that. You get the impression that he knew this was an inevitability. Like, this seems like quite a friendly sensei of this kind of like dojo location. That's a good boy, Roberto. Make sure it's filled to the brim. And it's preparing tea over there. All right, come. Let's sit down. Let's talk.
Ooh, finally, tea.
Thank you very much. And he nods to the silent one who's just staring again. Oh, don't mind him. That's Todd. The A is silent. And then you all make your way into
What?
this room.
Come on, sausage. Put it together.
No, I know. Oh no, we lost him.
Oh.
Not again.
The A was silent, and so was he.
Right in the middle of a joke as well.
Oh,
Goddamn. So yeah, no, sorry. So he passes through and he looks at it and goes, "Thank you very much, Todd." The A is silent as he goes through.
Agatha's gonna chuckle to that one.
And you make your way into the room and you sit down and you notice the tea coming into the room. Right, so explain to me what kind of creatures are we trying to fell here?
Well, they're these kind of like water things that have. I don't quite remember. You know, that Victor guy was talking about using some like magic with some tech, and that all goes beyond me. That wasn't around back in my day. But from what I've heard, it's kind of like this glove thing that like picks up the water and shapes it and holds it in place, and that's what allows it to like do things. But we need something to break that seal.
Ah, you need something corrosive.
Aye, that would work.
Well, the moon's up at the moment, so would it be best to cut it off now? Let's spend the eve, and I have a task for you in the morning, because we don't just give this out to anybody. I think we need to test you.
What if I give you some more of the caramels?
You could.
She'll do that anyway.
I'll throw in some milk.
She'll take out like 4 of the little candy sweets and just put them like on the table.
Agatha, what the hell? You said you had none left.
I said I had none left for you.
Come on, then.
He's just laughing to himself. Oh, very good, Lily. Come on in. Come on in. And as little Lily walks in, she's carrying all of the teas to the table. She's shaking slightly, but it's not through any kind of fear. It's just through pure excitement. Still absolutely laser zeroed in on Rin. Just like staring and puts it down on the table. And she just goes and stands in the corner of the room and just stands with her shoulders up nice and high and just staring at Rin. Just completely, locked in on that.
I just give a little nod and just like a friendly little wink.
You just sort of see her. she's very excited. And basically, the sensei then turns to you and goes, "Now, what exactly happened to you all? You look a little worse for wear."
We had a run-in with a really grumpy tree.
Oh, him.
Yeah, he was nowhere near as cheery as some of the ones back where I'm from.
Well, you count yourselves lucky. If you came through there, I thought it was the witch.
Well, I mean, I've no heard of a witch. Who's that?
Witch?
You don't want to. She's a horrible thing. Comes round here every so often trying to look for things similar to what you are, and she's taken complete control of that island.
Well, I mean, maybe if you help us, we can help you by getting rid of her.
Well, she doesn't cause me too many problems. She doesn't like the water, see? As soon as she gets off of that soil, she loses a lot of her power, so pay it no mind. I just wanted to check that you had nothing residual on you that was going to sour these lands.
No. Other than the spilled milk in our trousers, I think we're okay.
We might have something for that.
You
Roberto?
do?
And he calls to the ribbit that was making the tea outside. Roberto, go and grab some of the juice, and I'd like you to get some of the buffing stones. Not the big ones, just the
finally.
small ones.
I was half expecting to be like, Roberto, get the Tide pen.
yeah, essentially that's what it is, though.
Only works on fruit. Only works on fruit, so we've learned.
No, the Tide pen works on everything.
Is it?
I took out red wine out of Beck's wedding dress.
Oh, damn.
Those things are great. Yeah.
That's like Scott's secret weapon. He has it at like every convention as well.
Every always on
there.
me. I'm there.
So you guys can have a chat with Sensei Kairu. He's already offered to give you rest for the night if you want it, and he's saying that you need your energy for the test that comes in the morning. But if there's anything you'd like to ask him or chit chat, then you're all good.
What kind of test are we talking about?
Well, these are my students, and if I were to give you this thing that you seek, I need to ensure that you're capable of defending it, wielding it well, and that you're responsible. You will be tested in all ways.
Well,
They
that seems fair.
will participate, but it won't be easy.
Nothing in life that's worth it is.
Right you are, my girl. Thunk, thunk. Grabs two more of them. There's only one more candy left on the table. Now, tell me, bird. I've never met your kind before. I thought we were the only animal folk in these lands.
Bird noises. I come from a faraway land. But where I come from, we eat your kind for breakfast. But luckily,
Oh,
I'm not that kind of bird. Maybe. I'm still kind of full from the snake I had earlier. Otherwise, this will be a whole different story.
That she's gonna sort of be like, that one's all beak, no bite. I wouldn't worry.
if you say so. Right then, off we go to bed. I think we'll be up nice and early in the morning. It looks like we can get a good 4 hours in.
4 hours.
Whatever's my treat. That's perfect. And she'll like scoff her up. Like she's gone. She's away up to. No one told her where the bedrooms were. She's away.
And where you've headed off to, you can see. So as you walk in there, you look to your left, and or when you came into the foyer, if you will, you look to your left, and you saw a room that did have a number of beds by themselves. You've just completely foregone that, and you've just gone up the stairs. Well, that's actually where I
You hear the door shut.
would offer you a bed as the door slams.
Yep. She's gone.
So is that one your carer, your grandparent? What is she to you?
Oh yeah, that's
Grandma?
Abuelita. That's grandma. Yeah, yeah.
Ah.
The seed
She's
giver.
gotten us through some really tricky situations. Don't tell her I said that, though.
Oh yeah, she's so cool. She can't see a thing, and she doesn't remember anyone's names, but she's pretty cool.
Todd, do you drink?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, please, you have
course.
something a little stronger than this tea.
Well, it's not often we have guests, and they're all far too young. So, Todd, go and grab the good stuff. You know what it is.
Yes,
Oh, the good stuff. The good stuff.
we haven't been to
yes.
a pub since this morning.
I know. Oh,
The
finally,
most
finally.
alcoholic sentence you ever said. I've not had to drink in less than 24 hours. That's crazy.
And basically, Todd comes in, doesn't say a word. Oh, as well as the A being silent, so is he. He has vowed silence until I give him my approval. I didn't ask him to do that. It's just how he is.
You should
And-
give him approval.
Yeah. What are we
Well-
approving though?
Yeah.
What is he asking for? What does he need approval for?
Yeah.
He will graduate when the time is right. You'll only be doing half of what they must, so count yourself fortunate.
Hmm.
And he hands out a drink to you all in these sort of like little ceramic cups of sorts. All right then, to balance.
To balance.
To balance.
Hold mine up as well.
Balance.
I have my pinky up while I'm doing this because it feels like a fancy cup that I normally wouldn't do. Is usually I hold a goblet or something.
I've already swung it back. It's gone.
Nice.
I
Damn,
gulped
you're
it down.
fast. You didn't even enjoy it. You gotta sip it sometimes. This is pretty good. What do you get? Who makes
Nah.
this?
I would believe that would be the Isle of Benita. They have many mud masks and drinks and all kinds of things. I think a guy called Rod makes it specifically.
Oh,
Yes,
Hot
somehow.
Rod.
You know him?
Oh, I know of Hot Rod. Yeah, everyone knows about Hot Rod. Oh, yeah, he's really cool. He has this little tiny little Speedo that he walks around in. Even if he's not in the water, he's just walking around town like looking like that.
Yeah, even
Yes.
people from up north know about him too. He's a legend.
Yes, from what I've heard, he's expanding and moving all over the place. But he's got
Oh, yeah.
particular fish that roam around there, and he can extract the toxins from them, which is part of what you're drinking right now. It should make you feel real good. I want your best tomorrow, all right?
I'm feeling good.
You'll
I'm
have
feeling
it.
good.
And you
I'm
continue to conversate and laugh and knock him back this drink because it doesn't seem to be alcoholic. You can already feel the warmth of it filling through your body, and you're thinking, yeah, tomorrow should be a good day. And we pull back from the table through the window, the fence gate makeshift window that is on the building, and it just pulls out and away, and we fade to black as the day ends. And that is where we're going to leave it for today.
Nay.
Yeah, nice.
Yay.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I redeemed myself. I took someone's heart out. Let's go.
You did.
Just for marking in the sheet, are we good to then do like a long rest to repair our stuff? And
Yeah, let's do it. And you know what? Actually, I think the level up will happen after what comes tomorrow.
Okay,
Cool.
AKA next stream. So next stream, you will have something to do, a test from Sensei Kaioru, and then dependent on your performance will depend on whether you'll level up or not.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
So that'll be the plan. So we'll have to figure out when and where we will do the next stream. We'll figure out when people are going to be home, give them a reasonable window to recover and settle back into life, and then we'll do session 3 sometime in the future,
sounds
which
good.
I think will be fun.
That was like
That
Um,
sounds like fun.
For those people, I think some people in chat got the joke as well. So Todd is silent and the A is silent. It's because his name is written out as Toad, but you don't pronounce the A. That was the gag there.
So good.
And then you got Roberto, which is literally Ribbit, but
Ribbit.
like
Mhm.
Ribberto. And then Lily is, kind of lily pad themed. And then Sensei
Love it.
Kaeru is Kaeru. That is the Japanese word for frog. And given the Eastern architecture over there, I was like,
Nice.
I like that.
That's awesome.
That's
Love
cool.
that.
Yeah,
So
it was really good.
that is what's gone on. So we've gone to the copper mines. We've tried upgrading one of the robots and help it blink. We've done an environmental test going
Right.
across the rivers after meeting Victor, the Tinkerer. You've had a fight in the Pale Oak Woods and fought against some really tough creaking, and managed to best them. And then you've now arrived at Tadpole's Rest, where there will be a test in the morn to see whether you can walk away with the moss.
Ooh, I'm
Nice.
excited.
I'm excited.
So yeah.
So that's awesome. I can't wait to do that again.
It's gonna be
Same.
good. And also what's really cool is Sausage has a little bit of spoilers and insight, but he doesn't give him any kind of advantage. But Sausage has actually built something in world at Tadpole's Rest that pertains to what you guys will be
Oh,
doing
fun.
at the start
Oh,
of the next session.
awesome.
So we
Sweet.
tried to create new elements in Misadventures, like the server, to mimic the fiction that we're all playing through. So
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a
That was
fun
awesome.
build.
That was really fun. Thank you, Martyn, for doing all that.
Yeah, thank you.
no, it's great.
Legend.
So I reckon next time we definitely finish the story, which is good. So it
Mhm.
might be a shorter session next time. But we can throw in a bit more like into character stuff. We can maybe go on a tangent if you feel like it. And we'll just sort of play it out as it goes, which is good.
To be fair, we've still got, if we fancy, we could always go and deal with Maeve.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we kind of
So true.
circumvented that
We
by
could.
doing the river, but we could always do it on the way back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you did
Yeah.
ask, you need help, so we could call in the favor, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It'll make the trip back probably a little bit more intense, but
We'll see
Yeah.
what we
Why not?
pick for our level. If we level up, I think it would be a
Yeah,
fun
if we
thing
all
to do.
level
If we
up.
Yeah,
don't
it'd be a
level up,
fun
we,
one.
we leave it.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Mainly just because
Um,
I would like the dynamic of Agatha finding another witch.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be so good.
and clearly one that's probably a different worldview as well.
Mhm.
Perfect.
But yeah, so there we go,
Awesome.
all done. So we will figure out our calendars. We'll let you know, chat, as and when, but it's not going to be until TwitchCon has been and gone. So it could be a couple
I was
weeks.
gonna
but
say, I
we
think
will-
I'm the only one away for it, but I'm back on the 22nd, so we can sort out like a when to meet from like then on.
After that.
Yeah, I reckon if we do it sometime in that first week when you're back, so we could say maybe from the 23rd or 24th through to maybe like the 30th. I
Yeah.
would say.
The 30th
We'll
would be good
find
because
some-
I'm on holiday till the 25th.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect. So then we could
We can just
really
do- We'll sort
we'll
it.
look at the
but
dates between
yeah.
26 and 29 or
Yeah.
30th maybe.
Perfect.
So that's the rough window, chat, of when you're going to get that. And yeah, aside from that,
Perfect.
that's all from me.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank
I'm going to
you.
drive to an
Have a
airport.
good weekend.
So I will see you
Good
all
luck.
later.
Y'all should have a fun
Bye.
trip.
Bye.
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 And there we go. That was the Daggerheart Part 2. As I said, our group were all very on board for like making this longer than just 2 sessions because we were all really enjoying it. And I'm having so much fun. Playing Agatha's so much fun. Getting to just do the like, I just go upstairs. Like, and it's that sort of like that little old lady that you don't want to stop her doing anything, but like you can't really, you're like, she's not meant to do that. But like, who's going to tell her no? So I'm going to send you all over to Avid. And this was my last stream ever. No, I'm joking. I am flying to America tomorrow. And then I'm going to be in America until later in October. But I will be live on the 19th of October for MCC from Twitch Rivals. So I will see you all then. Bye!